Okay.
Who
Welcome
was
back
that
to
by,
another
man?
episode of...
I'll let the host introduce the show, Franklin.
No. Gotta get out of there before they sue us for playing this stuff without crediting him.
Well, Kevin McLeod, we've had him on my podcast
Okay,
before.
that's enough. Okay, back to the show.
Incompetech.com.
Well, actually, that's a good idea. We probably should, in the description of the thing, we should probably say the music is by Kevin McLeod.
Or just add a tag at the end of the music. That was by Joe McLeod. And now back to TNT.
No, we're not going to do that.
Yeah, Frank, why don't you do that after you record the theme song that you were working on?
Funny story. Fuck you. That's all I had.
Wasn't that funny?
It's funny to me.
Next time add some clowns and like a naked lady. Everyone loves that.
I hate clowns.
Alright, fine. Throw in a naked lady and then a naked guy, but awkwardly, so it's funny.
You know what was one of the most awkward things I ever saw? The guy and a girl making out, and they were both in drag.
And your erection was confused? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I had a confusion boner. I was like, what am I looking at here? She's got stipple, he's wearing a dress, what?
And yet, it's really arousing.
I
Okay.
said, Jack! Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. I'm good.
It's all the same in the dark.
Okay, so how you doing, Ian?
I'm doing okay. By the way, welcome to the... this is the third episode, I believe, of the Talk News and Trivia Show.
Ah, boy.
You alright
So-
there, Nate?
Nate's like, oh man, what am I doing?
Yeah, by the way, Nate's finally on the show again.
No, not again. He was on that other show which shall not be named.
Oh, yes.
My show didn't kill
Yeah.
Harry Potter's family, okay? I'm here, Frank.
The show that we got fired from.
You
Yes.
didn't get fired. I gave you your own show.
Yes, that one, Ian. That's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's
Ian
like...
knows what I'm
No,
about.
I'm not firing you from your job. I'm giving you a new job that somebody else is going to pay you for.
Yeah. I'm not firing you. I'm just letting you go away and never work here again.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I'm not firing you. I'm just saying it's time you stood on your own 2 feet.
Yeah, I don't think we should break up. I think you should just get the hell out of here.
I think you should just see other people. Specifically,
There's a
not
guy-
me.
On my Facebook or Instagram or something, this guy, he was in bed with a girl. He's like, hey, baby, I wrote a song for you. He's like, oh, yeah, check it out. From the guitar, he goes, wouldn't it be nice if after we were done having sex, you could leave? He just points at the door and she gathers her clothes up awkwardly and gets the fuck out of there.
A husband comes home and he says, oh no, I just won the lottery. Pack a bag. And she says, oh, should I pack winter or summer clothes? He says, don't care. Just pack your shit, get the fuck out.
Yeah, man, just get the fuck out.
Alright.
Okay, that was a horrible sexist.
Somebody's having a lot of heavy breathing on his microphone.
Yeah, they're fapping into the mic. I'm scared.
I'm scared.
We want our listeners to enjoy the show, but not the that.
Well, I don't know, Frank. I mean, if you were running the
You make that
Fatcast,
people-
would you feel bad if like your audience admitted, oh yeah, man, I like it, your show all the time? Thanks.
Only if they said it was me and not the show in general.
I don't know, man, because sometimes you want to be on like a serious talk and you don't want them to go, oh yeah, tell me about world hunger. Oh yeah. All those starving kids in China, yeah.
See, now you're just made it weird.
Oh,
So anyway.
I made it weird. Okay.
So let's play catch up here. Got the
Let's
host
play Match
Ian.
Mustard.
Yeah, we got Ian, Franklin, Nate Dog, and some other guy.
I invited
So,
Doug, too. I don't know if he's going to come on or
He's
whatever.
probably
Well,
working.
he comes on like the
Alright.
last second.
Well, remember, he says he works till, like, what, 7:30? Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, anyway, let's start with the, I guess, alphabetical. Benjamin, what have you been up to since we last spoke?
What have I been up to? Most
That's all the time we have. Eh,
I love that joke. Now we've all had a good laugh. So, I've been trying to beat the heat because it's hot as hell outside.
yes.
Yeah, did you guys see that storm today, man? That was pretty crazy.
I didn't see the storm. I did, however, there was a little bit of sprinkling while I was out, but then I was out at, a ways and there wasn't any storm. I did see the clouds were pretty dark. It's like,
You
that
go
looks...
outside.
Yeah, you're right. I'll melt. I made of sugar.
Power went out here for like a second.
We had thunderstorms, and I was really upset
Thunderbolts and
because then
lightning?
I couldn't cut my grass.
Yeah, I was...
Really sad I couldn't mow that lawn there.
Oh, that's too bad.
Crying tears about it.
The other night, after we had the electricians work on the house, like the day after, like that night after they left, there was a storm and our power went out. And it was after dark. We had to call the electric company and talk their automated machine. If you would like to leave your number, please say it out loud. They're like, oh, this is great. So, but yeah, mostly trying to keep cool. You guys, I told you about how that company that I bought a notebook program from, they closed down, and I realized, I need to get another organizing program.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I just went to their website and it's like, oh yeah, we closed down. And I checked it out. They shut down like at the beginning of the year. I didn't even know about it. And they're like, oh, version 3, version 4 came out, but you need to pay to upgrade it. But the site's down. Just PayPal this address $20. I'm like, that
No.
I mean, that's the thing is like if the company's shutting its doors, I mean, shouldn't you just release the serial at that point? Because who knows how long it's going to be stable if you're not going to support it. It's like, I don't want to pay another $20 for the hope that it'll still be around. So I was looking around at things. I'm going to post a review on my site eventually of the different programs I've tried. And I told Frank about Workflowy. It's real nice little thing.
Yeah.
And I found a program that's similar to it, but I don't have to pay because there's a free version. So I'll use that for now. So
Okay.
yeah, mostly that and drawing and Mischief. Have you tried that program yet, Frank?
No.
You downloaded it because there was a free version, remember?
Yep.
You
Sure
should try
did.
it. It's a fun program.
I will.
There's lots of doodling.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that.
Isn't
Not
that
yet.
nice? Grandma doesn't care about your feelings, kid. Okay, let's move on to the next person.
That's right.
Okay, well,
alphabetically, so B-
Franklin, what have you been up to?
Oh, that'd be me. Well, I tried to do some live streaming last night.
Yeah, that's cool. Next person.
Hey,
what are
you're
your
doing my
thoughts?
fucking show right now.
Okay,
Let
bye.
or hit your ass on the way out.
Oh, come on, Frank.
Anyway, so yeah, well, originally we were going to just stream it in a private stream and then edit it and upload it later because I knew the quality was going to be ass. But then we couldn't even get that going for some reason, so we just said, "Fuck it, we'll do it live." So we, after some clicking the same button over and over again, finally the 19,000th time it decided to work. And then it crashed. So I'll be doing it. I'll be following up what I was doing with the Let's Play and just a playthrough, and then upload it like a normal video. So that's
Gesundheit.
that's what I was up to. And let's see, alphabetically F. Ian, what have you been up to?
Oh, nothing much.
You're not Ian. You're not Allie. You're not even literate.
Tape leg 2. Hey, Ian, what you been up to?
No, well, do you want to go first on talking about what you're up to, Nate?
He's
No,
trying to
I was
text
just
his
covering.
girlfriend.
What?
I was just trying to cover for you.
Oh, yeah, I had to get a water real quick. Yeah, I haven't been up to much. I went on a date with my girlfriend last weekend.
Oh,
Yeah, I've been coding a little bit, just trying to stay cool, you know.
Ian the Code Monkey.
yeah. I got 2 fans going here. I got AC in the whole house has central air, but there's a box unit in the bedroom, so we usually hang out there. And when I'm on here, it's hot as ass.
You ever hold a hot ass in your hand? That's like what
There he
Mr.
goes.
Biggles is worth. Just go down to the brothel and hold a hot ass. That's Mr. Biggles worth now.
So what's
Yeah.
Nate been up to then? Nate Dog?
No, not a whole lot.
No?
Nah.
Yeah, what were you saying about the Pokemon Go? It was pretty hot outside doing that, huh?
Yeah. My cousin was throwing a gym battle throwdown, and he didn't show up. He invited like 15 people,
Hey,
and he didn't show up.
I forget.
What?
Did we reach out to Nate for comment on what he thought about the whole CS:GO Lotto thing?
Well, I briefly mentioned to him when he came over last time that, yeah, they're cracking down on it now. They're going to be sending notices to, like, everybody that uses the, that are on those third-party sites, but they go through Steam and everything, that it's a breach of their EULA or whatever.
Have you seen any of these sites, Ian? Or not Ian, Nate? I've never actually been to one myself.
Of course,
Oh.
I've seen these sites.
Are
Do I
So
participate
are-
in these sites? No.
Uh.
You would have to be a moron to go into a So like these sites are. I've seen what these sites look like, but like, have I participated? It's like an electronic poker game where you put up items. Like you could literally gamble anything. Like, are you guys aware of online gambling and how shady it is?
yeah.
You mean like Texas Hold'em and stuff? Online?
Yeah. So imagine online gambling with skins. So something that's already super shady, even shadier.
Yeah.
They said the main thing is underage children could get in on it if they have, a Steam account and they have a couple skins.
Oh, that's just it. Like Steam has nothing to do with that, and then also what they already have underage gambling things like all the time.
Yeah. That stuff goes on all the time. I mean,
Like, what do you call trading cards? Like Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, like those are like lottery tickets.
I got mad. The last Steam sale, my dumbass didn't realize that at the end of the sale, the trading cards you collect aren't worth a kiss.
Oh no, they're still
So-
worth something. You can trade them and then you can turn them into gems. Oh, you didn't sell
Well,
them for cash.
No. It wasn't. I had a shit ton of cards because every day of the sale, I would go into the queue and just see stuff and add it to my wish list. And just going through a queue, you could get like multiple cards a day.
Right.
So I had a stack of them, and then 2 minutes after the sale, I was like, oh, because I was going to craft a badge with it. I'd never done that, and I was like,
You can
oh,
still craft
it's
a match with it.
no, you couldn't. The option was gone. As soon as the sale was over, the option grayed out. You couldn't do it anymore.
Really?
Yep.
That's new.
Yeah, because I was going to do it, and I saw that the sale is like had a timer. It's like the sale was ending in so many minutes, and I went and did something else. I come back, and the option to make a craft badge was gone. It was like turn to gems. That's all I could do.
I've got like
And
$9 left out of the money, the initial 4 cents I invested in the Counter-Strike Go cases.
But I just Googled what the hell to do with all these trading cards. They're like, before they disappear, turn them into gems. So I turned them into gems.
And then once you get 1,000 gems, you sell the gem sack.
Gem sack.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, watch, he's gonna make a joke about gem sack. Just wait for it.
I was just waiting for somebody to make a Steven Universe reference, but apparently I'm in a different mood than you guys.
I got almost 1,000. I don't know how many exactly. I'd have to look at it. Let me see here. Inventory.
You only want to
But
do that
anyway.
with the... Normally you just want to sell the trading cards, though.
Yeah, but I did do that.
Yeah,
I
are
have
you hustling on
820
the?
gems.
Are you hustling with the cards now, Frank? That
No,
may
I was-
open up your eyes to a whole new world.
Welcome to the
I was-
Streamcast, where we talk about Steven.
No, I was trying to make a badge, because you can make a badge for every sale that you participate in, but I didn't fucking act fast enough.
I think it's
Because
hilarious.
you can get them for buying.
Go ahead, Frank.
You know, you can get them from either buying games, which I did, or you can let me pause this thing. Or you can get them from, like I said, just looking at your queue, which is something I did just to find out about cool shit I didn't even know about. And then immediately after the sale, shit that I bought was free.
Of course it was. I just think it's hilarious that, like, I introduced Frank to Steam because I said it was, like, iTunes for your games, and he started organizing it, and then he was like, oh, but I could get all these free games, and then I could get all these cards, and then I could do it, and now he's all about it, and it's like, I just use it.
No, it's still perfect to me. I know a little bit, but it's...
Hold on.
I gotta Google how to do stuff. Because other guys just know shit.
Well then. I'm sure
Yeah.
Nate knows a lot more shit than Frank does.
Yeah, after the show, I'll give you some tips.
Oh, no.
After the show, wink, when you subscribe to his newsletter and his ebook, and wink.
And his online gambling site, NateDog.com.
Oh boy. Oh man. Have you ever put your thoughts and opinions on the hustle, Nate, into like an ebook or anything? Because there's plenty of options to sell, to make a dime off your knowledge, and people want to know ways to get a few extra bucks here and there.
Well, yeah, but like you could do that, and then they fix all the loopholes, and then you stop making things, and then you have to come up with new stuff, or you can just make money. Like, you don't make enough money.
I don't know.
I
I'm
like
sure.
money.
Gee, Forrest.
No. This is what's his name from Idiocracy.
Okay. You went to law school at Costco? I know, my family couldn't believe it. Ow, my balls.
Yeah, Ben, you need to get you a couple of multiplayer games.
Multiplayer,
I know,
playing
but-
with people. Should I get some of
Not-
those walking simulators like Rising World or
Actually,
those kind of things?
Walking simulator is a very generic term because you do other crap while you walk. Technically, Fallout is a walking simulator.
Well, yeah, post-apocalyptic walking simulator.
I'm not saying get an MMO with like thousands of other people and you get campers that just sit there and shoot you as soon as you spawn. I'm not talking about that. Just like some shit you and I can play. Because
Uh-huh.
I love Minecraft, but I gotta play something different.
Uh-huh.
And yeah.
Well,
Is it time for the news?
Well, Ian had to go run off and do a thing, Frank.
Oh.
I mean, if you haven't noticed, he's not in his seat.
I was listening to Nate.
Yes, of course you were. Let's all listen
Not
to
used
Nate.
to- I'm not used to Ian having a camera up, Ben.
So anyway, so Nate, what's your latest hustle you've been running? What's your latest what are you doing these days? You trade any Pokemons or anything related to the Goes? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. He said, I'm not telling you all my secrets, click.
I'm out.
That's bad when the guy hosting the shit's gone.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean,
It
we're
says
still
we're still
live.
alive.
So,
That's odd.
well, that's a bummer.
It's a bummer, man. It's a bummer.
So, the art of the hustle, Frank. Are you a hustler,
Art of the
Frank?
hustle. I'm a hustler, baby.
Well,
What
have
I am.
you ever followed
Nope.
Gary Vanderchuk? Gary V, he goes by. He talks about the hustle and working your ass off to promote and sell your brand, and what you do with your time.
No.
No. No.
All right, fine. What do you want to do to kill time while we wait for Ian to come back?
Well, I guess, shit. I can share my news story.
Oh no, we want Ian's opinions on the news too, unless it's totally something nobody gives a shit about. Which,
Well, so you know who Terry Crews is?
oh yeah, the Old Spice guy. The guy he's a really good painter.
Well, he's joining the PC Master Race because his son got him into gaming, and he hung out with Snoop, and they played Battlefield 1, etc. So, in celebration, here's an awesome thing.
Oh boy. Terry Crews, he not only have you seen his paintings? I think he had some on was it Jimmy Fallon, or was it who's the other host of the Man Show? Kimmel, where he was like, look at these paintings of other football players he had, and yeah. Although I also heard that he was addicted to pornography at some point.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
dude's led an interesting life.
Oh, Ian's restarting his router.
Oh, okay.
Can you see what I'm screen sharing, Ben?
Yes, Frank, I can see the picture of... Can you put that away? I don't need to see the peck pop of love. It's...
Oh no, I'm gonna keep this up and see if Ian says anything.
Oh, boy. Like, oh, hey, what do you know? Terry Crews' dancing titties are talking to us. Like, how's it going? We got a new host of the show.
What'd you say?
Oh, boy, Franklin.
It was like, what happened? Oh no, I'm not talking to. Time to get rid of this nasty bee.
You seen that picture of him, like, ripping his clothes off and he's wearing, like, a bikini? Yeah, anyway.
But no, I have not been a member of the Pokemon craze.
Yeah, like I said, I was just a little bit too old to get into it because it was targeted at people younger than me, and I mean, there are people older than me that have got into it, but it's like, like, don't get me wrong, I was still into cartoons, but I was like, that feels like it's aiming for kids younger than me. I don't. Plus the whole like anime thing. You got into anime. I personally, I'm confused by a lot of it because of the whole culture thing, and I'd like to see some nice explanations of it. I'd like to see like Scott McCloud's Understanding Comics. I'd like to see one of those about understanding manga and understanding anime. because there's stuff that I'm just like, Hi, Ian.
I hope the show is still live. It says, oh yeah, it says it's stop broadcast. Hello.
Hi, Ian.
So what were you guys doing?
So I was telling
What the heck
Ben.
is that? What are you trolling with now?
So, you know who Terry Crews is, correct?
Of course.
The Old
Have you
Spice
seen-
guy?
Yeah.
Have you seen his Japanese commercials?
Oh, yeah. They're even
great.
more fun.
Well,
Anyway.
considering the American ones, I can only imagine what the Japanese ones are like.
So you haven't seen his Japanese. Well, how about the Spanish ones?
No. But anyway, so
Go ahead, look them up.
no, that's all right. So his son got him into PC gaming, and so he's building his own computer, and he posted on his Facebook that he's joining the PC Master Race. So the fans on the internet built this lovely tribute, and I had to screen share it to share with everybody.
What game is he building his PC for, Frank? CSGO,
Well,
so he can join the
Yeah, that's it. He's in it for the skins. I knew it. No, he said that he and Snoop Dogg played Battlefield 1 already with like 40 other people. So, just sounds awesome.
Okay, can we
No, this is gonna stay on the entirety of the show.
I'm just gonna click on Ian's face then while he starts his camera back up.
Well,
Or is that what broke it?
I don't know. The router just cut out for some reason.
Too much
I
awesome
restarted
for
the
one
router.
show.
I might as well just start the screen share because we're probably gonna start up the news here.
Yeah, play some music and let's
Yeah. Oh yeah, let me turn this on.
The news with Ian, Nate, Frank, and Ben. Oh yeah!
But that last part can change at any given time.
Snap it to Slim Jim! Alright.
With some spice.
Alright.
All right.
So, what's our
It's
first
news
story
time.
today, Ian?
The first story would be some news. That's what.
News you can use.
Okay. Oh yeah. By the way, I'll link all these so you guys want to click on them yourselves.
Yeah, we're not gonna do any of that.
Frank, come on. You might want to read details.
I don't like to read.
Yeah, that's been quite obvious.
I want to hear Ian
What?
try to read.
Oh, did the guy get arrested for the death threat on No Man's Sky yet?
Is that what this is?
No.
No,
I
No
don't
Man's
know.
Sky is not Blizzard. That's it's another company.
But this is on like
That's-
Overwatch.
That's the headline. No Man's Sky is not Blizzard, and you go, "Oh, I'm on the wrong website." Then, thank you. Article.
Okay, so a Sacramento man has been arrested and charged with sending multiple death threats to Blizzard Entertainment, the developers of World of Warcraft and Overwatch. Steven Cebula, 28, is accused of sending messages over the internet on July 2nd and 3rd saying he may or may not pay Blizzard a visit with an AK-47 amongst some other fun fools, quote-unquote, and quote-unquote might be inclined to cause a disturbance at Blizzard's headquarters in California with an AK-47 and a few other opportunistic tools. He was arrested on July 12th following an FBI investigation and found guilty, faces a maximum penalty of 5 years jail and
What?
$250,000 fine. That's it.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that's 5 years.
Does you think that's too little, right?
Okay, let's do some other crimes. What else gets 5 years?
I don't
I don't
know.
know.
I don't know. I don't do crimes, Nate.
I can't do the time, so I don't do them.
Yeah. Well, what do you think you should have gotten? That's a good question.
Well, what do you get for CSGO skin gambling? Let's see.
I think they were. That T. Martin guy was looking at a lot more than that, though.
Yeah, but that's like concurring sentences, you know, like the one that they stack on top of each other. Like,
People don't take death threat too lightly.
yeah, like he should have got like 2 years, and probation for 5 or something with an anklet, but he's getting 5 years like hardcore prison. Like,
Federal pound me in the ass prison.
right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, was this the only thing he claimed it on? Did he go to a bunch of forums and post this stuff? Did he post videos? Did he send it anything, or is it just like one, thing?
I think it's looking like he just
Did one thing.
he just probably maybe post. It didn't say the source of where he posted this stuff,
It says sending messages, but over the internet, so it's vague. So, it's a
Yeah,
matter
it's
of
kinda
how it's a matter of how serious the threat is, because after a number of attacks on places,
Did he mail it to him?
you kind of can't just let people say that they'll
I'm not.
show up
I'm not
somewhere.
I'm not saying the crime is not serious. I'm not saying that the threat wasn't serious. I'm saying the amount of prison time is ridiculous. Like, he should have gotten 2 years and then 5 years probation.
Well, I mean,
5 years prison sentences.
Well, I mean,
ridiculous.
here's a thing though, Nate. We don't know all the details. What if they went to his house and found bomb parts? Would you still say 2 years, or would you go, no, this is a more serious thing?
Did it say they found bomb parts?
Well, I mean, it just said over the internet. We don't know the details of the case. So, but if found guilty, it faces a maximum penalty of 5 years. I mean, that's the maximum penalty.
Oh, max penalty.
Penalty,
Okay.
because that's the thing. Max penalty versus mandatory minimum kind of thing.
Okay. Well,
So-
max penalty, he could get 4 months in probation and an anklet or something.
Right. Okay.
Well, what was your opinion, Frank?
I think that he was arrested is a good thing, because that would anything to get the trolls to quit doing stupid shit on the internet, because you can't touch me on the internet. No, that time's over, buddy. They will track you down. They can find you.
Well,
So
here's a good
yeah.
question for you guys. What do you think about the how do you say anonymity that
Anonymity?
internet gives?
Anonymity.
That
Anonymity.
the anonymity that the internet gives you to say things and stuff. I mean, some people would say that's bad, that you could say a bunch of stuff and not get caught as much, but then some people say it's good because in third world countries, for certain people's opinions and stuff, you can just get your head cut off.
It's not even third world countries. Saudi Arabia is one of the richest countries in the world, but if you're gay, it's a death sentence.
Right.
So but it's
But they don't have gay people over there, Ben.
Well, their
That'll be
goal
good.
is not to, because they're going to
No,
kill
that's what
them
the
all,
guys.
unfortunately.
That's it's like, oh, we're not like America. We don't have gay people.
Yeah, but I think the point is, Penny Arcade made a good point about this years ago with the greater internet fuckwad theory, where they're like, average person plus internet anonymity equals douche nozzle. So You know, I mean, it is a point that, like, you should be able to say things with protection of your identity for things that you do, but that doesn't, you know, just like a lot of people are like, oh, freedom of speech, they violate my freedom of speech. No, that just means the government can't, you know, throw you in jail for saying something. They can still call you a dickhead and a horrible person. That's not, you know.
Right.
It's a double-edged sword, but I think we all kind of know when it's being abused for the most part.
Yeah. Well, what do you guys think about?
Well,
systems like the court
if
system?
they arrest this guy, like they'll be able to reuse this court case.
Yeah. Well, that's a lot of court cases set precedents for laws and stuff, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Damn right. I'm in Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Stereotypical black lady. Mm-hmm.
She wasn't for the most part. I mean, we haven't talked to Nate about that.
That was not her.
Nate, have you seen the new Ghostbusters?
I have.
Well, actually, why don't you guys talk about the Ghostbusters for a second? I hate to do this, but I gotta go down because my dad's gonna be dropping me off something, so I gotta go down and then I'll be right back up. But yeah, take the wheel, you guys, and talk. Give your opinions all about the Ghostbusters stuff because we went through all that stuff on the previous episode, and it'd be nice for you guys to hear Nate's opinion, I'm sure. So,
yeah, Nate.
take the wheel, Nate.
Yeah, Nate, tell us what your thoughts are.
Are you talking about the Twitter thing where, like, she got a bunch of hate mail and a bunch of other stuff, and
Well,
then
no, dial it back. Just tell us, you've seen the movie. Tell us your thoughts about it first.
like, sure, I'm a big fan of Ghostbusters, the original. I have 2 proton packs. I've got a firehouse. I've got all the toys, and like, the movie wasn't that bad.
I'd say it's actually a pretty good film. Like, it's better than just average. I really enjoyed it. Like it's
wasn't
not
as good as the
perfect.
original, but
Well, it's not. I've heard people say it's
But
not as
it
good as the
wasn't bad.
original, but it's better than. It's probably better than the second or more fun.
whoa,
I'd say,
whoa.
I don't know. Like I
I
said,
like the
it's
second one.
it's a different film. It's a different film than the original because I think it's a faster film than the original because the original, you know, had a lot of you know, it's different. I'm not gonna, since Frank's gonna sit and pout, I'm just gonna say it's not a bad film.
What fresh hell did Ian unleash?
I'm gonna say it's not a bad film. It's actually a very good film.
Like,
And-
the type of humor that they used in some of the stuff was a little different. Would I have picked a different bad guy at the end? Absolutely. And after seeing some of the original Ghostbusters in the shape they were in, I can kind of see why they didn't use them in the next film.
Well, I mean, some people had issues with it because they say the cameos felt forced, you know, and it's like, well, that just proves
They
what
were
a good.
forced.
That's the thing. That just proves what a good reboot it is. That the next one they won't need to pull those things. You know, they can do their own thing with it, and the characters are strong enough to stand on its own. I think people love Holtzman, by the way, particularly lesbian ladies, which, you know. What are your thoughts, Nate? What did you think of Holtzman?
Frank, are you de-stressing?
He's just sitting there going, the internet told me not to like the new Ghostbusters, so I just
Oh,
got
yeah. I know, like, the internet is like, they're hating the new Ghostbusters, but they didn't even see it. They just want to hate it because it's not the original Ghostbusters.
That's my point.
Just
Frank was trying to cite, you know, James Rolfe was saying he wasn't going to see it and yada yada. And it's like, well, if you're not going to see it, then you don't have any comment to make.
Just like the Ninja Turtles movie, like the internet told you to hate that.
I
Are you
made
gonna let
5
the
minutes into that. Yeah, no, Nate, I saw 5 minutes of the Ninja Turtles, and my wife and I said, I can't do it. We're both. She tried
Well,
twice.
You and
5
your
minutes
wife,
in, that's
you and
it.
your wife have seen a number of things that, like, you and your wife didn't like Iron Man, Frank.
Yeah, I couldn't watch that either.
I think the internet agrees with that. That's a wrong opinion. Iron Man was a good movie.
Yeah, fuck everyone else in their opinions.
Since when did we let the internet tell us what to do?
Oh, about 5 minutes ago. I don't know. So overall, you say you liked it. What would you give it? Like, I know it's. I'm not going to say it's perfect because it's not, but I'm going to say it's, it's at least worth a good matinee, maybe a regular price if you know.
I'd give it like 3.5.
3.5 out of 5 or 3.5 out of 10. That's good.
3.5 out of 5.
Okay, that's not bad. I mean, I'd
It's
say
fair. Like,
if I had to give it like an A through F score, I would give it like B plus. I thought it was fun. It was good for what it was. I'm looking forward to seeing more. I'm looking forward to seeing spin-offs and side stuff with it. I'd like to see other characters and other places, in this universe. So anyway, what about the internet, thing? Nate, what are your thoughts on the whole Twitter situation? I mean, I've heard people saying
basically,
that
someone got a role for a movie. They did their job, and now they're getting a bunch of hate mail. It's like Gamergate all over again.
Well, the thing is, some people, a lot of people are throwing racist stuff. I mean, Twitter is horrible for getting harassment out of the way and everything. We know this. But, I mean, for one, I think her role in the movie was less stereotypical than people expected. She actually contributed and moved the story along very well,
Well, I mean, if you look at the original Ghostbusters, the original script, Winston was supposed to be he was supposed to be Special Forces,
that's why Ernie Hudson wanted to do it. He said that he was supposed to be had a military background. He was going to come in from the beginning, and instead, the day before they started shooting, they rewrote it to where he just comes in and goes, "If there's a state paycheck in it, I'll believe whatever you guys want."
Right. I'm pretty sure they just lied to him, and that's cool. They do that in movies all the frickin' time. Am I cool that they did that? No, but I'm pretty sure they just lied to him.
Well, I don't know. I mean, he looked at the script, so apparently there was a version around, and then for some reason they rewrote it. So. But whatever happened, that was in the past, and there's plenty of politics. And it's I like that her character came in, and they said that she's I know New York, and everyone else is oh, she's streetwise. It's no, she actually knows the history of these areas and the hauntings and stuff like that. She plays a good role as a historian in the show, in the movie. So, I like that. And the problem with the whole Twitter thing is that she was dealing with a lot of racist trolls and people doing things, and people have been saying that. Her white castmates haven't said anything and they've been silent on it. And it's well, if that's true, then that's bad, because, I think they should all stick up for whenever anyone is being harassed online for their part in the film, because, they're kind of all in it together, because every lady is kind of, coming under fire. Even people coming against Chris Hemsworth against it, because when Doug was on here, he was bitching about it and is saying, oh, he's going to have to make it up in the next Avengers movie for this one. I don't know.
I think everybody with the movie, you should just judge the movie on its own, not base it on what the previous movie was, or just judge it at how it is. What if the original Ghostbusters didn't exist? Would we like this movie?
Well, I mean, that's the thing with remakes. People are, some of them are damned if they do, damned if they don't. The whole thing with what was that? Total Recall. They make that one. Everyone's going, so when's he going to get to Mars? And if they change it so he doesn't get to Mars, then they're going to complain that he didn't go to Mars. That movie, the first one is so iconic and people have opinions about it. You can't really improve upon it or make anything new with the sequel, other than you might as well make it a different movie than calling it Total Recall. That's the problem. You got to do the whole fan service of quoting lines or nodding and winking.
Okay, I specifically have a comment on this one.
Of course you do.
Sure, Total Recall is a cult classic, all that, and then they remade it, which is whatevs. Thing is, we should have made something else and not call it Total Recall. They're not original. They stole Philip K. Dick's original idea for Blade Runner, for Total Recall, and that's it. They just stopped right there. They're hey, you wrote a bunch of shit, but we're only going to steal these 2 or 3 stories and make them shitty movies. They just should have kept going and made a whole bunch more, but they're not. They're just now making stuff that's Isaac Asimov. They just now started rumored work on one of his first books that came out in the 50s. It's ridiculous.
I'm back.
So Robot was an Isaac Asimov story, Frank?
Well, yeah.
What are the 3 laws of Isaac Asimov?
You mean laws of robotics,
We'll
Ian?
never talk about
Yeah.
Isaac Asimov. Never talk about Isaac Asimov. I never talk about Isaac. I'll be right back. I gotta put this thing away here. Hold on.
And also,
Okay, so we
Brad
just
Pitt
switched
was never
places.
really here.
Yeah. So what was Nate, your short opinion? Did you see it yet?
Yeah, I saw it.
What was your opinion then? Short. Just for me.
I liked it, but like, it's not as good as the original Ghostbusters. But like, it's pretty hard to beat the original Ghostbusters.
It's a different movie than the original Ghostbusters. It's, you know, if you never saw the original Ghostbusters and saw this, you'd like, hey, I should probably check out this Ghostbusters thing.
So, Ian's back. Can we do Ghostbuster chat on another podcast?
Well, now we know Ian's got to watch it, and then we're gonna come down and say, Frank, you and Doug have to watch it now. You guys have to have your opinions
I'm
about
not gonna
why you
fucking
think
watch
you would.
that.
Why not, Frank?
Because I don't give a fuck.
But it's a good movie, Frank. You just heard.
Melissa McCarthy doesn't need my fucking dollars. She's not hurting. She's not a starving actress.
Uh-huh. But it's a Ghostbusters movie, Frank. Don't
Okay,
you like-
here's my main question. Do you actually expect Hollywood to make a good movie these
They
days?
did it twice. Yeah, they've done it. There's been good movies out recently.
Like,
Kill Bill 1 and 2.
Recently?
That's more recent than Ghostbusters. Hold on, let me go on
Nate
IMDb
is
and
more
look.
recent than Ghostbusters, Frank.
Let me go onto IMDb and look at the most recent movies and tell you what I think is actually
decent-
worth the fuck.
Wait a minute,
right.
Frank. You didn't like any of the superhero movies lately? Like the
He didn't.
I don't
he
watch
didn't,
that shit.
No, we talked about it. He didn't. He and his wife didn't like Iron Man.
I don't remember talking about that. How come you don't like superheroes and shit, Frank?
I do, I just don't care for the movies. Watchmen was the best superhero movie recently, in my opinion. Anything
It was
else
also very
is-
boring.
To you.
It was.
To
Don't
you.
get me wrong. I liked the story they were trying to tell, but it was very, very slow and boring, Frank. You can't tell me that sex scene was not the most boring, awkward sex scene you've ever seen
I
in a
went and
movie.
saw it twice, so yeah, why would I think it's boring, man?
Oh,
Well-
wait a minute. What movie do you like post 2010, Frank? I mean,
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
this seems like you're just like an old man that just doesn't like anything.
I'm saying for a movie after 2010, it's a pretty good movie.
I thought you really liked Django Unchained, Frank. That was more recent than Kill Bill.
Okay, that was just the first thing popped in my head. God damn, man, we were dating fucking Ghostbusters. 3? 85?
Frank.
Oh, 84. So we were 2 years old, man.
I'm just saying, Frank, when somebody asks what's the most recent movie you liked, and you're like,
I
Kill
didn't.
Bill.
No, that was not the question. He said Hollywood hasn't made a good movie recently. Kill Bill 1 and 2, great fucking movies. Recently.
Recently, I mean this year.
Well, no, it doesn't have to
No.
be this year, but like post 2010 or something. You know, it something that's like, you know, since like YouTube or something at least.
Let's see.
And then again,
Kill Bill was
also,
before YouTube, probably.
also, when you're talking Hollywood, you know, when you throw in Quentin Tarantino, Hollywood and Quentin Tarantino, I don't know if I'd call that the same thing, you know. He kind of does what he does. I mean,
Okay, Ben, what about Star Trek?
which one? The new one? The first one in 09?
Those are fucking recent. Go ahead. Guardians of the Galaxy, I enjoyed that, even though it was a Marvel movie. I love that one. I'll give you that.
You don't like Marvel?
You
Frank?
don't like Marvel?
I don't care
Yeah.
for superhero movies. Most of them are done kind of shitty. I watched all of The Dark Knight, and I was waiting for it to get good. Let me say that.
But
But that's not Marvel.
what do you expect from a
I said superhero movies. God damn.
No, I mean I'm serious. What do you expect from a superhero movie? Like what do you think would make them better?
Okay. Deadpool versus the X-Men. You see the difference night and day. Do I have to really go in depth? I mean,
Yeah.
Deadpool was. So you're saying you liked Deadpool then? That was a good one.
Yeah, Deadpool was a great
Okay.
movie. The X-Men Days of Future Past, I watched that one. It was hard. All the other ones, even when they're on the DVD on TV with Dave Holmes, and they're sitting there explaining what you just fucking saw. That's the only part that I watched. The actual movie, I flipped through it, channels. I can't watch that shit.
So you're more of like a comedy type person then? That's because that's
Comedy,
what I did,
plot. No, it's not because of the comedy. It's because it was done very well. I mean, look at Wolverine. That is in a fucking computer. That's not anything practical. They fucked up Deadpool in that movie. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I can't comment on what I don't watch because I don't like it enough to watch it. How's that, guys? That cleared up some?
Oh, so you can't comment on the new Ghostbusters because you haven't watched it.
No, I can't. I can comment that I'm not going to watch it.
Oh, but you just said you can't comment about Ghostbusters because you haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, you can't comment on stuff you haven't watched yet.
Yeah, which is what the internet's doing.
Hey guys, eat a dick. I can have an opinion.
Yeah, and
You
it can be
can't
wrong, Frank.
No.
Yeah.
You can absolutely have an opinion. You're right.
But it's not really an opinion because there's no.
It's somebody else's opinion that he just signed an agreement to.
I'm not Doug.
Really? Because you didn't pull out, James Rolfe telling you that not to watch it?
He cited the exact same issues I had with it. I wanted the original cast.
You wanted
I
a different
did too.
movie, but you didn't get it,
Can I
Frank.
finish what I was fucking asked?
Yeah, of course.
Hey, calm down,
Jesus.
buddy.
Jesus, jump down my neck 2 words into a fucking answer. Anyway.
Do you think? Well, the thing is,
All right,
do you think
another topic. Fuck this.
No. Do you remember Ghostbusters 3? I was waiting
don't remember
for
it
that.
all. Nope. Don't remember nothing. Let's go on to another news story, Ian.
Oh, go.
Well, Ghostbusters 3, I waited like 3 years for them to come out. They had the script fully written. What's his name was spent all of his money on getting the vodka brand Skull Vodka. And he was too busy promoting it. Then the other cast member died, and then Bill Murray didn't want to do it all of a sudden, as far as I remember correctly, and it just fell to pieces. And then they ended up ripping up the script in a big fight. Like, they had the whole thing written. I was waiting to see that movie. I still haven't favored it on my Facebook page. You think I didn't want that movie? No, this new Ghostbusters movie was not that movie. But it's the best thing I'm going to get. I understand what you're saying, Frank. It is not what I wanted either, but if I would rather have a new Ghostbusters movie than the last Ghostbusters movie to be in 1984 or 3. Do you understand what I'm saying?
So when we get down with the other news stories, guys.
So I guess if we can't have, the president we want, guys, we'll just have to vote for Trump. I mean, that's all we got to do, right? That's how things work, right?
It'd be like never have a president again. That's what I'm saying.
Can we just not have a president of this election?
That's what happens.
If we all, should
Actually,
we just not have a president this time and just all be cool? That'd be fine.
Okay, so Star Trek, both Star Trek movies. I haven't watched the other one, but I got it just because I like the first one so much. This is the End. That was 2013.
Mm-hmm.
Going through just list of popular movies, which is the problem. Because what's popular usually sucks. I really like the Adjustment Bureau.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that, but the Heat was actually really fucking funny. And you think I hate Melissa McCarthy? No, I love her. She's awesome, but I don't need to see this movie. Kick-Ass 1 and 2.
I think in general, Frank, you're not like a huge like movie buff, are you?
Oh, I don't know, Ian. You talk to me one day a week. What do you think?
Well,
I mean, that's why I'm saying it doesn't seem like you watch like a whole lot of stuff. As far
Well,
as
just-
movie goes.
just
You're
wait
more
for
of a
Ian.
YouTube guy.
Just wait for Ian to talk to you about pinstriping, Frank.
There we go. Pulling out that old chestnut. The one thing you guys know I do.
And then when you get bored, you start playing guitar.
I wasn't bored. It's just I don't care.
It's cool. We'll go on to the next story.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right.
All right. So tell us all about the DRM, Ian.
Okay. This one's about the U.S. government being sued over digital rights management.
Objection.
Yeah. What?
That's Phoenix Wright's attorney. That's what he says.
Yeah.
Whose rights? Digital rights. Please continue, Ian.
Okay, the infamous DRM, or Digital Rights, or Digital Millennium Copyright Act.
That's the DMCA.
Yeah, it's being taken to court over certain provisions supposedly in violation of the First Amendment's protection of fair use law. The Electronic Frontier Foundation, EFF, has filed a lawsuit against the federal government challenging two provisions of the DMCA, including the anti-circumvention, or including of the DMCA, including the anti-circumvention.
Can anyone understand what he's saying?
Yep.
Okay, because I can't.
What?
I can't understand a word you just said.
I said that
The
two
anti-circumvention.
provisions of the DMCA, including the anti-circumvention provision. Did you understand that?
I heard it, but
What are you trying to say?
I'll wait for the summary.
You saying the dumbed down version?
Yes.
Which created digital rights management, and the anti-trafficking provision, which allows the circumvention of DRM and mass. DRM is a measure to prevent consumers of entertainment who had a set in entertainment from having access to the media. This includes services like iTunes, Steam, or YouTube. The anti-circumvention provision is section 1201 of the DMCA lists the ways using DRM is mandatory to consumers purchasing content linked to DRM. This was created by the federal government in an effort to curb piracy on the internet in the era of LimeWire and torrents. The issue with the provision is the DRM has proven ineffective in recent years by companies like CD Projekt Red and Nubo. The EFF's argument in the lawsuit is that DRM is an unnecessary restriction which restricts users' fair use rights by preventing them from using content they legally purchase in whatever legal way they desire. In 2014, in a 2014 document by the EFF collecting cases in which the anti-circumvention provision has proven anti-consumer, and the EFF said the following: by banning all acts of circumvention and all technologies and tools that can be used for circumvention, the DMCA grants to copyright owners the power to unilaterally eliminate the public's fair use rights. Already, the movie industry's use of encryption in DVDs has curtailed consumers' ability to make legitimate personal use copies of movies they have purchased. Fair use law dictates that a content creator can use a piece of media in any way, shape, or form, profit from it if the final product is transformative or critical in a significant way. This refers to people who make remixes of music, or people who report news relating to a form of media. Fair use is protected by First Amendment as it is considered a form of free speech. Banning fair use is barring free speech, therefore the EFF have a very strong case against the DMCA at the moment. So.
And Frank, you want the summary?
Yes, please.
Okay. So, do you know what DRM free means?
Yes.
So if this passes, that would mean all of your games in your Steam library would be DRM free. Which means you'd be able to physically download them to your computer. You'd be able to make copies of stuff again without having like the digital encryption software on like DVDs, CDs, video games.
Are you just trolling now, Frank?
No. No, I just honestly, it was all legalese. I had no fucking idea what I was hearing.
Right, but so do you understand what he's saying now, though?
Yeah.
Well, then what's your opinion on it?
Well, I was just asked if I understood it, and I said, yes, officer. Well,
I just think you're trying to be a dick right now. That's what I think.
no.
Welcome to Dick Talk with Frank and Ian. Caller 1, you're on the air.
About time.
Yeah. So, I don't know, that's cool. Is it like doing away with DRM? Or what? I don't...
Basically, all the things... You know when you buy a Steam game, and you technically only have it digitally?
Mhm.
You would also have it physically. So all games would be DRM free.
Ooh, wait,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
That's a big can of worms then.
Yeah. Because
Well-
they weren't supposed to do that. It was because apparently that imposes on our right because we personally bought it. Yeah.
So, you're supposed to have a physical copy of Bad Rats?
Yeah, like if you bought something, you're supposed to be able to have physical copies for your.
Oh,
what
wait,
they're supposed
so-
to be for yourself.
So are they supposed to mail me a CD with all these fucking shitty games I have on there?
No, they're saying that you would have the right to be able to burn them to a DVD of your own.
Right.
Yeah. So if you have some music, you're supposed to be. If you bought a CD right now, you're not supposed to be able to. I guess like according to what's there now, you're not supposed to even be able to have it on your computer. You're supposed to just play it through your computer or whatever
Right.
CD player you have. You're not supposed to rip the tracks off of it.
Put it on your
Yeah.
iPod.
Right.
Right. So like if the Steam server goes down, what happens to all your Steam games? Gone. It's not supposed to be like that.
Yeah.
You mean like the whole Windows Live games?
Yeah.
Like
Right.
Darkspore?
So is this for all media in general, like music, movies?
Uh-huh.
It's a generalized media thing, so it's not specific to games or anything.
So
And it's supposed to be your First Amendment right or something. I think it said that.
So I'm still confused here. So is it like, are they finding out that they've been doing it wrong this whole time? Or
Pretty much.
Or are they proposing legislation to go forward?
Well, they're being sued.
They're being
because-
sued.
They're being sued because we're supposed to be able to do this stuff, but they're not. They're not.
Right.
They're putting protections and measures in to stop us from being able to do that. And they're being sued for that. It's
Oh boy.
we're supposed to have our freedoms, Frank.
Hey.
Our freedoms are being infringed.
I didn't know I was on Fox News.
So he wasn't born in America. He wasn't. How is he the president?
Now look here, Mr. Trump. I know you don't like him, but he's still your
Yeah,
president.
picture. Well, I know we're not a political podcast. Did you see that picture of Trump at a basketball game next to two Hispanics? He's like, how dare they sit us next to these Mexicans? We're Puerto Rican, retard. Yeah, whatever, Paco.
Okay.
Wait. Donald Trump said that?
It's a meme, but it's still fucking hilarious.
He loves Mexicans. Trump Tower makes the best taco bowls on Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, and then right after he posted that, George Lopez said, "Hey, Donald, take that thumb and shove it up your ass." That's great. So, yeah, I just imagine this will be a big can of fucking worms, because, I mean, other than sending out patches to everything you downloaded.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's not going to fix everything that's out there as far as what people have already consumed, but hopefully it'll change the way that companies put the provisions on, like iTunes and Apple and stuff,
I just wonder, this will make piracy a lot more readily available because it's already easy as balls to get everything, and
well, DRM doesn't. I'm going to say DRM doesn't effectively stop piracy. All it really does is piss people off who have it. No, it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry, Frank. So if you get a copy-protected DVD, you're telling me you can't do a Google search and find a nice torrent of that movie already online? I mean, that's why people don't rip stuff anymore. They can just find that stuff already there. Somebody put it there.
Somebody had to rip it in the first place, Ben.
That's my point, though, Frank. The idea that DRM is going to stop that one guy from getting to it, it's silly. All it does is piss off the majority of customers that bought it and can't rip it to their computer to watch it in their library, because...
In fact, Ben, doesn't some companies even use, like, DRM? They're like, yeah, you can get this DRM free. They use it as part of their sales pitch, too.
Yeah, Humble Bundle does that. I think Good Old Games might, I'm not sure. So
yeah, that's their thing. That's their main deal. It's all DRM free.
Yeah.
Right.
So you pretty much, everybody pretty much knows that DRM is just a roadblock for everybody,
Right.
I mean, we all know
fine.
it.
I should be able to do with it what I want, man.
It's simple for the people that have the content, but the people that sell the content and make their money by making it exclusive, well, they're going to try and fight that tooth and claw and tooth and nail, or whatever the saying is. So.
Yeah, they probably just bribed a bunch of people to get it that way. That's usually how laws work.
Yeah, lobbying. That's a whole other kettle of worm.
Okay,
can of
so
worms,
what else
kettle
we got?
fish.
Well, what do you think, Nate, though, before we continue on? Do you think that's going to be a good thing? Could be.
Yeah.
I mean...
Next topic.
Okay.
Be like, Doug, don't give a fuck. Next.
Okay, so this one's sort of for Ben here, but I don't know if you guys will care.
For me?
I saw this.
And that's all the time we have.
Oh no, it's from Cartoon Guru.
No, it's the Mary Sue.
I know, that's why I said it.
No cartoon break today.
And we'll be right back from messages from our sponsors.
Eat the cereal!
Play that elevator music.
G.I. Joe.
Okay, so, Rick and Morty VR experience. Explore Rick's garage, maybe get Rickety-Rickety-Wrecked, son. Okay. The world of Rick and Morty isn't exactly the most appealing world to be in, I suppose, but if you often find yourself wondering what it'd be like to wander through Rick Sanchez's garage, then you should get yourself down to San Diego for Adult Swim to the Green event. It's free and open to the public, so you don't need a Comic-Con badge to experience virtual reality. As you can see above, there's plenty of detailed trailer for the VR experience, showing off one of the things that you can interact with in Rick's garage lab.
Is that a penis?
Okay. What?
Is that a penis, Ben?
I don't know, Frank. Is it?
I don't watch Rick and Morty, so is it a penis?
Gee, you're just missing out on all the awesome stuff, aren't you?
It also says, aside from that, you can see there's a ton of other neat elements that also look interactive. The garage is packed with plenty of references to episodes, and also really, where it says, I also really hope that you'll have Rick and Morty just talking in your ear the whole time, because it would feel kind of weird to wander around in that world without either of them or something. Hey, if you wreck everything in the garage, do you get an achievement in something, or does Rick just come in and wreck you? Man, the author of this article is just trying to be too cute, aren't they?
Oh,
Anyways,
boy.
I could probably show you some
Is that a
pics
penis,
from
Ben?
it.
I don't know, Frank. Is it?
I don't know. Looks like a penis. Put some berries on top of it.
The twig and giggleberries, you mean?
Twig and giggleberries here.
I had to say it big.
Maybe it's trying to measure it.
Again, Dick Talk with Frank and Ian.
And Nate.
I'm not a part of this.
Nate's the caller. Hi, long time, first time.
Oh, you're in it, Nate. You're in it balls deep.
Well, what are your thoughts, Ian, about the VR Rick and Morty?
I don't know. I've never seen it myself.
You-
I've never really watched it. I think I watched part of it, but I didn't get like the gamer in it or whatever, you know. I think it seems like it's an acquired taste.
I enjoy it. I think it's very well done. I mean, I know it's not for everybody, but it's a pretty good show. I like it. The whole VR experience. Adult Swim, I think they do some fun stuff. You know how they do, like, shows on, you can stream them online. You can do, they have different, they've got those games. They got the Pocket Morty's game. They've got, like they do a lot of experimental crap like this, and I could see this being an event, a kind of thing where they have it out to play with. I mean, I'm sure it's probably not going to do any, they're probably not going to make it into a full-fledged game or anything, but it looks cool.
Yeah.
I would like I don't know if it's I'm on their what do they call it? The people that they market it to.
Mailing list?
No. Demographic. I don't think I'm the demographic for VR, but I want a headset where I can just play little stupid games in my chair, and I don't have to get up and walk around the fucking room.
I just want the holodeck, okay? Why don't you just make me the holodeck?
No.
I want the holodeck.
They're
No.
working on that.
No thanks, I'm just going to make it out with my Marilyn Monroe bot.
No, I just wanna explore some shit. Apparently, Fallout 4, they're working on sticking that in VR, which I'm like, how much is a headset?
But they already have that on Steam VR.
We
What?
are Steam VR.
They have what?
Fallout 4. You can just download the Steam VR developer tool, and then you can play any Steam game in VR.
Cool.
Well, I thought they were working out to make it better. I don't know. They're gonna tweak and tweak that game until it's so old that they have to come out with something new, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, this looks cool. I applaud them for doing something different.
Cool. Finally, we get a thumbs up from Frank.
Thumbs up your
Now
butt.
we have a reason to live now.
Once you shoved it up your ass.
Anyway. Navy accused of pirating 585,000 copies of VR software.
What?
Huh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
I forgot about this.
Oh, you remember hearing about this too, Frank?
I watch the tech news, Ian. I see the titles as the YouTube videos come in. And I go, yeah, I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, man.
It's not all benchmarks about the 480. There's other shit in there.
Really? I didn't know. I didn't know you watched anything besides the 480. Oh yeah,
Please
you like
continue.
game challenges too. I know that. It says bit management software says Navy did not license its virtual reality product. A German maker. Arr.
Okay, Charlie Brown.
Well, see, it's funny because they're the Navy and it's piracy.
Yeah.
Eh? Eh?
Hey,
Eh?
why are pirates pirates?
Why?
Because they are.
No, you don't get a rim shot for that.
What's a
Does he get a rim shot for that, Nate?
What's a pirate's favorite letter?
Yeah. What?
What's a pirate's favorite letter?
I don't know. What, Frank?
You'd think it'd be R, but 'tis the C.
Ian, please read this story so Frank can stop. He's stealing all your dad jokes.
Oh, I never stop.
Yes. No. Oh. A German maker of 3D virtual reality software is accusing the U.S. Navy of engaging in wanton piracy. And we're not talking about piracy on the high seas. This is about digital piracy of software, according to a federal lawsuit brought by Bit Management Software. The company is seeking copyright infringement damages of more than $596 million. Million?
Oh, with an N, they can afford that.
Yeah. From the Navy for allegedly
In the Navy.
creating more than 558 copies of its BS Contact Geo software. BS.
Hey. How do they separate the men from the boys in the Navy?
Hurry up.
With a crowbar.
Continue, Ian, please.
I really need to get that. Those that cricket, a cricket sound effect in here. The amount of damages that the Navy loses could go up substantially. Bit Management has also noted that in addition to licensing fees, it is seeking pre- and post-judgment interest, punitive damages, legal costs, attorney's fees, and statutory damages that could amount to $150,000 per infringement. According to the lawsuit filed in the U.S. Court of Federal Claims.
Hey, Ian, why don't you type 150,000 times 553,000?
No, it's okay. We got a show to do.
How many? 150,000?
Is this one of those things where you turn the calculator upside down and it shows boobs?
553,000.
558.
Oh, it's 8. I have bad vision. 558,000 times 150,000.
My calculator's saying 83,700,000,000.
Million? Is that all?
Well, you know, the Germans do make good stuff, apparently, to the ShamWow guy, so... Anyway.
That's like the entire military's yearly budget, right?
Isn't that right? Check the history of the
Yeah. That's a big deal.
Yeah, that would be a lot of money.
And that is why you don't pirate software, kids. The more you know. Alright.
Yeah, but
one
meanwhile,
of
we can't. We're not allowed to copy our own CDs, make a backup.
Alright, let's move on and read the story, because it's already 9 o'clock at night, guys.
What are you doing?
In
bed.
Sit there,
2011
George.
Sucker.
2012, Bit Management agreed to license the software to the Navy on a limited and experimental basis. Those individual PC-based licenses authorizes the Navy to install BS Contact Geo on a total of just 38 computers for the purposes of testing, trial runs, and integration into Navy systems. In order to facilitate such testing and integration of the software on Navy computers in preparation for the large-scale licensing desired by the Navy, it was also necessary for Bit Management to remove the control mechanism that tracked and limited the use of the software. Based on the quality and performance of the BS Contact Geo, including the interactive functionality and high-quality graphics that make it particularly useful to large military organizations, Navy determined that it would deploy the software on a large scale and begin negotiations with Bit Management for the purpose of numerous additional licenses. While those negotiations were ongoing, however, and without Bit Management's advanced knowledge of consent, the Navy installed BS Contact Geo software into hundreds of thousands of computers. Bit Management did not license or otherwise authorize them these uses of its software, and the Navy has never compensated Bit Management for these uses of Bit Management software. The government did not immediately respond for comment. The software maker said its program enables interactive collaboration with high-quality graphics that, for example, allows its users to visualize a virtual military base, quote-unquote. The lawsuit alleged that the Navy procurement official Alexander Deanna informed the company that the Navy planned on installing software on 558,466 computers, but as licensing negotiations continued in 2013, the Navy was simultaneously copying and installing the software without Bit Management's advanced knowledge or authorization on a massive scale. The suit says that the software has been deployed on at least 558,466 computers, and it is likely that the unauthorized copying has taken place on an even larger scale. Bit Management has no control over the Navy's computers and cannot prevent further unauthorized copy of the software onto additional computers within or outside the Navy, quote unquote. So, it sounds pretty crazy. What do you guys think?
Dang, yo.
I thought the government had money to pay their bills.
That's 83 billion. That's the yearly budgeted amount for the military, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. Probably something like that.
How the heck are they going to pay that?
Well, we'll pay for it.
Oh, yeah,
The money's
taxpayer.
gonna come from. Yeah.
Yeah, well.
That's pretty crazy. I mean, I'll definitely, every news article that we do, I've been putting it in the description of the show, so that's what this article is alleging. So if this is all true, that's pretty crazy.
Well, I mean, whenever you start suing somebody, you always shoot for the biggest amount because it's all going to get whittled down by the time you get it. They might not get, all the punitive damages and stuff. It's just that they're alleging that this is how big of a thing this has affected them. So,
Yeah. And the government just does what they want,
It's
don't they?
done, though.
wow, you
Yeah.
sound like this is news to you, Ian.
Well, I know the government does shady stuff, but I mean, trying to be a little bit unbiased, I guess,
And conveniently, that kind of cycles into our next story. Hmm.
Bum, bum.
Oh,
Bum, bum, bum.
before we get into this, do you have an opinion on that? Is it just the same thing? You just pretty crazy?
That is an adorable puppy.
That is my opinion. That is an adorable puppy. Next story.
Also, Wonder Woman.
Yeah, you guys gonna see a Wonder Woman movie?
Oh, yeah, sure, why not?
I mean, I kind of still need to see the Batman v Superman to see all her details and backstory and that, right?
Oh, you didn't see that?
That's a joke.
Okay.
You went to see it, didn't you, Nate?
What?
You saw it, didn't you?
I did not.
Did you want to watch it?
I don't know.
I have it.
Anyway. Back to how the Democratic National Convention's rigged.
Well, I just saw this article at the last minute. I don't know too much about it, but did you hear about this, Ben?
Yeah, it was on the news because, when I was out for lunch, I saw that she wasn't going to be, chairing the event, and then I just saw that she was, resigning after the convention because of the whole, email scandal. So, please take it away.
Okay, DNC Chair Debbie Wasserman Schultz stepping down amid email scandal. Democratic National Committee Chair Debbie Wasserman Schultz announced, or Wasserman, I don't know how you say that, but he announced he would leave her leadership position after the Democratic National Convention ends this week amid a controversy over leaked DNC emails. Wasserman Schultz has been criticized by the Bernie Sanders campaign for appearing to favor Hillary Clinton throughout their Democratic primary. Hackers this week also posted dozens of emails from party staff members, some of which showed DNC staffers criticizing the Sanders campaign and questioned its faith, or his faith. Earlier Sunday, Sanders called to Wasserman Schultz to resign her position. I asked and demanded Debbie Wasserman Schultz's investigation many months ago, and I state that again. He told CNN, "I don't think she is qualified to be chair of the DNC, not only for these awful emails, which revealed the prejudice of the DNC, but also because we need a party that reaches out to working people and young people, and I don't think her leadership style is doing that, quote unquote." In his statement, Wasserman Schultz said she was proud of the party's inclusive platform and would continue to support Clinton to her campaign. Going forward, the best way for me to accomplish those goals is to step down as party chair at the end of this convention, she said. As party chair this week, I will open and close the convention, and I will address our delegates about the stakes involved in the election, and not only for Democrats, but for all Americans, quote unquote. So, I don't know if you think I should read the rest of it, but it just sort of talks about her. What do you think, Ben?
Well, I mean, if the emails show that there was favoritism, it is a serious concern because, we're trying to pick a candidate, and, you definitely don't want favoritism, picking the obvious, picking an obvious choice, as a lot of people have been saying going on with the, Sanders captured a lot of people's attention, but a lot of people were like, well, Hillary's the obvious one who's going to win, and it's like, well, now makes it questionable. So,
sad thing is, this is going to cause a lot more people to go, oh, fucking Hillary and fucking emails.
Ah, boy.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That thought didn't enter your mind.
Well, no, because I'm not as stupid as people that would do that. But also, these emails have nothing to do with the Hillary emails.
Oh no, but she sent these emails from her computer.
No, but see, there's an email in it. In the internet, it's not like it's a series of tubes. It's not a big truck. So, yeah. What are your thoughts, Nate?
He's feeling the burn. Right?
Like, could you imagine if you were running for president, trying to have a fair campaign, and then, like, it wasn't fair?
Well, I
what-
mean,
What
To be
exactly? Who are these emails from first?
What do you mean? Where are they from? Like, who got them?
No,
mention
like
group?
the meat of the story is there's some emails floating around. What exactly?
thousands of emails from party staff members, some of which show DNC staffers criticizing the Sanders campaign and questioning his faith. So I'm considering those are links. I think if you click them, they'll probably show a more thorough article about the story.
So, but they basically were sending emails going, fucking Bernie.
In a May 5th email with the subject line, "No shit, Brad Marshall, the chief financial officer for the DNC, said someone should question Sanders about his religious faith."
Oh boy. Why what does that have to do with anything?
Well, another email, DNC staffer Mark Postebach asked Communications Director Luis Miranda if there's a good Bernie narrative for a story that shows his campaign was a mess. In a May 10 email, staffers called an effort by Maine Democrats to pass a resolution that would bind Supergirls to the primary vote another lunacy. So, and another email, MSNBC Morning Joe co-host Mika Brzezinski called for DNC Chair Rep. Debbie Wasserman Schultz to resign over the party's treatments of Sanders. In a furious reply, the DNC chair demanded an official call network head Phil Griffin and seek an apology. So,
So
I mean,
these
these
are
whole
like
email,
random
the whole,
emails?
well, I mean, the whole hacked email thing. I mean, I've heard WikiLeaks dropped the emails, and then I also heard that a lot of people are saying that Russia did it as a favor for Trump. So, I don't know. Yeah, the news right now, it's like I don't know the whole thing. I mean, the thing is, this isn't the October surprise. So, we still have this is still gonna settle somewhere. So, but then again, Trump's just.
The surprise is Bernie is going to be the VP nominee.
Well, I mean, right now, with all this stuff going on, it's like Trump's just gonna start feeling his, the convention bump that candidates usually get.
Baby bump?
So, no, Frank. So, I mean, the thing is, this is not a good sign for Hillary's campaign. With they need to make, just like the last election cycle, they need to, the Republicans need to be the party of, against and angry, and then the Democrats need to show up as, party of possibility and hope. And instead, it's going to be a lot of Clinton going, "Oh, look, guys, which is not going to get a lot of people enthused. So, I don't know. What are your thoughts, Ian?
I don't know. I mean, I don't really pay attention. I don't use a magnifying glass on squabbles or things like that.
Are you going to vote?
An election, What?
Are you going to vote?
Oh no, I'm a convicted
I would
felon.
like to.
I'm not asking which
But-
side. That's not my business. I'm just asking if you were going to vote.
Yeah.
Because we're in Paris Hilton and said we should.
and then she didn't.
And she wasn't registered either.
Well, who are you voting for,
Who
Frank?
was it that
That's
they?
not.
Who was it? Was it
What?
whose kids was it that didn't vote for their dad or mom in the campaign because they didn't register or something? They registered too late. It's like, come on now.
I don't know, but what is it? Is it any fucking doubt? I'm voting with the Democratic ticket.
Huh?
I said I'm gonna vote with the Democratic ticket.
What president are you voting for, Frank?
It's a two-party system, right, Ian?
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna vote the Democratic ticket.
Okay.
So
Why do you have
whoever
to be
gets
so
the
vague, though?
nod from the Democrats, no, I'm giving you why I'm voting. I vote with my party, and that way you can't go, well, what do you like about it? No, I'm voting for my party.
Having fun in the dark there, Frank? It's getting kind of creepy in your. I like how last night I had my camera on. Frank's like, "Was it so dark in your studio?" It's like, "Oh, really?" Meanwhile, you're telling a scary ghost story.
Woo! It's 1,000 degrees. Anything to keep the place cooler.
Well, Ben, you said straight up that you're for Hillary, right?
I mean, personally, I would have liked Bernie to win the primary, but it's gonna be Hillary, so it's like, you know, yeah, I'm going
I
Hillary.
don't care. I would have voted for fucking Bernie if they had him, but
Yep.
they
Nate's
didn't.
for
So
Bernie too,
I'm
aren't
Hill
you, Nate?
Dog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Nate's for Bernie also.
Well, see,
Are
I
you
like
still
Hill.
gonna vote for him?
Yep.
Yeah. That's good.
I read an article on someone shared on Facebook. Oh, third-party candidates coming in, and they're like, yes, they're going down. I'm like, they're not going to take out either of these two fucking people. People who don't like them really don't like them. The people that like them really like them. So,
Well, I mean, third party, all it's going to effectively do is, you know, siphon off from people that would have voted for the Democrat, because people that are going to vote for Trump are going to vote for Trump. They'll vote for anybody that has an R on their name, just like the people that will vote for anybody with the D next to their name. It's just the middle swing voters that are getting picked off.
I just can't believe people really don't have an opinion at this point.
Well, that's how it was last time. With, you know, people, it's like, really, you don't know whether you want to go with, you know, Coca-Cola or Pepsi. It's like, to be really undecided. It's like they're pretty broad differences, you know.
Well,
Oh no, there's people that are like, they're both the fucking devil.
Yeah, that's the thing. Even if you don't like both, it's like, well, still, you gotta have opinions about which one's worse. I mean,
yeah. Well, you guys know who I would vote for, but he's not running right now.
Jesus?
No, you know I'm more of like a Ron Paul type. Yeah. But I think probably the closest to him would be someone near like a Bernie, I guess. Don't you think, Nate? Where's
Yeah,
she saying
Bernie,
that?
if you look at their political plans, they're almost identical, Bernie and Hillary's.
No, I mean you were saying.
No, if you look at it side by side, there's only a few key differences. Like,
No, I'm talking about Ron Paul. You were saying that because I was telling you I wanted like somebody that was like Ron Paul type, and I told you some of the things that he was for, and he said Bernie was pretty close to that too. So.
Well, I mean, if you take a look at all the things that Bernie was trying to get into the party platform, you know, he was fighting to get, they were trying to get the minimum wage to $12 an hour, and he wanted it to be 15. And people on Twitter were like, "Oh yeah, that's such a stupid thing to be arguing about." It's like, well, yeah, it's 25% difference in pay. Yeah, it's worth fighting for.
Yeah.
see, I could. There's some things with Bernie I would agree with, and other things I wouldn't agree with. I would probably agree with 12 rather than 15.
Why wouldn't you want it higher?
Because there's no way the businesses are going to take 15. First, you got to give them 12, and then you're like, hey, we're okay with 12, but we'd rather have 15. And then they feel like they won.
It's been $7.25 for how long, Nate? I mean, if you give them a thing, you know they're not gonna. You might as well shoot for 15, and then you might settle on 13 to 14. You don't give them the. You don't water it down and say we'll go for 12. No, shoot for the moon. I mean, it's already certain states have already picked up the 15 an hour, so why not? I mean, I know the businesses have been lobbying against it for quite some time, but considering you can't, pay your rent on a minimum wage right now, it's like we need to do something about that. So
yeah, how do you survive?
Rent is too damn high.
It's like there is nowhere in the country where you can pay for a 2-bedroom apartment on minimum wage.
You can't even probably pay for a 1-bedroom apartment on minimum wage, can you?
It's like minimum, wages have been stagnant since the 70s. There's a lot of opinions to have about that.
I mean, like, say if you get, what do you bring home? Like, say even if you work full time, like 40 hours a week with minimum wage, what do you think you bring home after taxes every month? What is that, like $800 or $900 a month or something? I mean, after that would be your rent.
That's adorable, Ian.
Morgan Spurlock did a thing on that show where 30 days where they somebody does something that they're not used to, so he and his fiance lived on minimum wage for 30 days and there was a part where they had a fight over buying bread. It's like they were staying somewhere that had they had to furnish their apartment, and there was a place that was giving to people in need and would give them things, and his fiance started crying. She's like, he's like, when you're trying to make do, it's like you don't realize, having a place to sit after a long day. It's like,
well, why are you laughing, Frank? I'm just trying to think of what you get after taxes from minimum wage every month. What do you think the total is?
I know what it is. It's not $700 a month.
Well, what is it then? If you're such a fucking math genius, you're gonna laugh at me.
I just said it's less.
They're all gonna laugh at you.
What is it?
It's less.
No, what is it? Why is that? Why are you saying that's cute? Because I think you're okay. What's the minimum wage is like $7.50.
It's more than that.
What?
It's more than $7.50.
No, it's $7.25.
Okay, so
that's the federal wage, at least. Not sure what it is statewide.
$7.25 times 40 every week, so that's $290 times 4 weeks is $1,160. And then I don't know what you would get after taxes, but it's in the ballpark of what you would get after taxes.
I'm just saying I make more than minimum wage, and I know that I've made minimum wage before, back before taxes got worse. So, yeah, it would be shitty.
Yeah, but I'm just giving you a ballpark. I mean, I'm just. That's just a ballpark. It's not an opinion. I'm just trying to calculate something, and then you just laugh at me for no reason.
Well, Frank's just saying conservatively, that ballpark is, that'd be nice if that was the realistic of the ballpark, but people after a lot of things.
What do you think you pull? What do you pull home after $1,160 a week? I just calculated it. That's what you get a month from federal minimum wage. What you just said.
I've had a paycheck that was that much, and then after taxes, you take home $700. So, I mean,
well, I said 700, 800, somewhere around there.
But I'm saying I've had that making more than minimum wage. Is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I'm saying you take away rent, which is $600. You have about $100 left.
Yeah.
You rent, and then you've got car insurance if you got a car.
Right.
Clothes for your kids if you have babies.
Yeah, all that other stuff. I was just trying to say that even just from that figure, it's like trying to get by, you can't even get by with that.
I've had roommates that when my one roommate and her boyfriend got together, they had to have a discussion about which one of them owed the electric company the least so that they could get the power turned on in their name, because they both owed a shit ton of fucking money. So, yeah, I've seen the struggle. The struggle is real.
I mean, I think we can all agree that the struggle is real and that it needs to be fixed. I think a good point to make, though, is that a lot of people want to harp on welfare queens and people, you know, that are rigging the system or not getting a job. And the argument with minimum wage is that if you increase it to fix the gap between what you would get on welfare versus what you can survive on with minimum wage, it would help it better. And also that regardless of who's cheating the system, that the small number of people that are frauding it, and, you know, welfare and all that stuff, if you take out $1 billion CEO, you know, that is getting all these things for a company that filed for, you know, for federal help, if you fix that, I think it would fix a lot more than any poor people you're trying to squeeze the blood out of that stone, you know. It's the way I see it. But then again, you get people like Fox News showing that picture of 97% of people are poor, but they have a refrigerator. Yeah, that's what you have. I don't know.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Fox News, they did a thing like, these people are classified as poor, but 97% of them have a refrigerator. Yeah.
You can make payments on a refrigerator.
Well, that's the point. They're like, poor people shouldn't have refrigerators. It's like, no, basic humans could have a refrigerator. It's like, oh, if they're so fancy, they're not like. What do you expect poor people living like on in no shoes in a hut out down by the beach?
In a van down by the river.
I mean, I mean, like, there's a difference between poor and bum. I mean, I don't know. It's anyway.
I mean, I think we could all agree though that like minimum wage, like obviously you're not supposed to be like have like a ton of money, but I mean once you think that with minimum wage,
I mean that's the idea. It's the minimum to live on. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there are jobs that don't pay minimum wage. Think about that for a minute.
Oh yeah, I know.
Well, like some jobs it's legal because like you get tips and stuff, right?
Yeah, but
deliveries
but then you get the argument of people, you know, some people don't tip. I mean,
oh, are you kidding? Like, don't even get me started on that.
Anyway. So
it sounds like they touched a soft spot. I mean, Nate's head.
I found out how much a friend of mine makes in tips a week. You should not.
It's saying that
they make a good amount.
Nate's saying they have a refrigerator, so fuck them. All right, let's do some trivia.
Depending on where you work. We're
Well,
talking
I'm
like
sure-
$500 a week in tips.
It depends. Yeah, well, I don't think the waitress at Denny's is making as much as the stripper giving the lap dances. I mean, they both make tips, but come on.
No, $500
I'm just saying.
Oh, I'm saying
a week.
Some
I
places,
think
some
strippers
places
are like
might be.
thousands.
Some
Did
places
you get
you
a
might.
job there, Nate?
And Nate's out at the strip.
He's
At the
stripping.
strip club. Hey, ladies. Boo-doo-doo. All right.
We're
Trivia
talking
time.
Applebee's, man.
What?
We're talking Applebee's. $500 a week tips.
Oh.
Well, they serve alcohol, Nate. Think about that for a minute.
Of course.
Any
Yeah,
place
people-
that has alcohol, you're going to see high tips because when people
Well,
are
no,
tipsy,
people
they
think
like
for
to
alcohol.
tip you.
Ben Stone's getting smashed at the Applebee's.
Have you had the food at Applebee's, Franklin? You'd have
Yeah,
to
you
be.
gotta be smashed
Dude,
to walk
tell-
in there. Yeah.
No, tell me anybody's going there for the food. Come on.
What was
Besides,
it?
If they're
All pass, they go there to pick up chicks.
well, I'm just saying, if you go there and it's like, I'm sure the booze is expensive, and if your bill for a couple of drinks is a lot, then you're gonna, you know, if you go by the 20% tip or whatever the thing is, I don't know. Anyway,
Okay, what else we got?
now it's time for trivia. Play the trivia music again.
That's it for my news. Unless did you have any news articles, Frank?
I
Is this
cherry Terry Crews working his boobs is all I had.
That's all Frank has, folks.
There's nothing that
okay.
you have to contribute to the show, Frank. Is that what you're saying?
I tried, and then I got disconnected, and then... Yeah.
Alright, so what trivia are we doing this week, fellas? Should we do something on the economy, since we were talking about the economy?
Yeah, how about we do a couple economy ones, and then you want to do one on, like, the DNC or elections or something?
I don't know. We'll see. We might have some really awesome... I'm sorry, I just look at your shortcuts list and there's a picture of porn.
Well, I don't have any porn on here.
No, when you went to the new tab, it showed your recent pages and it showed porn.
It is what it is, man.
Yeah.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
I'm just saying. I just look up and there's a picture of porn. I'm trying to think, but yeah, I think that we might have a better There might be better quizzes on the economy, but then again, there looks like there's only two.
Okay. Stretch Armstrong. Do Stretch Armstrong.
No.
This is not your show.
this
I
is
want
my
Frank's
show.
opinion.
This is my show. I said no. Frank was the one who said no, Nate. Sorry.
Well,
I am curious though.
is there a trivia on flipping or something? 'Cause I'm sure Nate would be the winner on that one. Nope, nothing on.
There's nothing on Stretch Armstrong, thank God. Sorry, Nate.
Stretch your vocabulary. That's the closest I saw.
Yeah.
Uh,
How about the what do you want to do? Where do the letters?
Oh, do
The
Pokemon. Do a Pokemon one.
no.
No, we already did that.
We've
No, it
established that Frank and I don't know anything about it, so it's already rigged, and we don't want Ian having to resign after the show.
Well,
Previously, we
Yeah,
did Bleach,
art.
and I beat Doug in a episode against something I've never seen.
And I beat everybody on the Ghostbusters trivia. Because I am the greatest. And now I am leaving for no reason. Well, just how about a politics trivia? See if there's something that we might... If there's a...
Nah.
Oh,
it
hey,
might be like a pop culture politics, you know?
by the way,
Meh.
Ian, I found another food YouTube channel.
oh, really?
The guy takes recipes from the 17 and 1800s and makes them.
Yeah, I think I saw that guy.
He made a carrot pudding.
I've had carrot pudding.
Sounds disgusting.
I've had carrot pudding.
Have you ever had a pumpkin soup before? That's pretty gross.
No, because
I've had pumpkin soup.
I wasn't a prisoner of war in Nam like McCain. That's what they fed McCain in Nam.
How about vote?
Charlie Murphy said, "You never see pumpkin soup in the store." And that's because pumpkin soup is fucking disgusting.
Oh, man.
They don't even have many voting ones.
How about election?
Yeah, there you go.
It'll just be that
Well,
shitty.
what do you want to do, Nate? Something
Nope.
that's It has to be something that's generalized for everybody that knows
Let's do basic
more
science,
general knowledge.
guys. Let's do basic science.
Meh.
Grade school science.
You
that
know, like
everyone
ones
should
that get to use your brain for, do you, Nate?
I'm just trying to think of some random topic.
How about the OJ trial?
Yeah,
I mean, none of you guys saw that made-for-TV, what was it, miniseries they were doing about it recently?
No.
So, we should be on
Everyone
equal
at work
ground
was
for that.
talking about it.
I listened to it. I listened to the writers talk about it on the Dana Gould podcast a while ago. Dead air. Dead air.
What about survival?
Survival, like general survival?
Yeah.
I'm a survivor, not gonna give up.
I mean, I can be down for that. This week.
And now we're gonna leave you naked and afraid while we figure this one out.
What's the, any reason that you're going out to any woods or anything with friends?
The
or something?
Bear Grylls trivia.
Survival.
Did you drink your pee?
Survival
Sure.
skills.
You wanna know?
It's average. Will
Okay, I'll
you
tell
live
you
through it?
We'll do 10 survival, and then you want to do a general science one, Frank?
Sure, whatever.
Okay. Dang, it's hard pleasing all of my kids here.
Ian, what year were you born?
82, September.
Oh, so he's older than us, Frank, by
Oh.
2 months.
A whole 2 months
Or-
he could have been our
Or
dad.
3, maybe.
Yeah.
Can I get back child support payments?
Ian, I would have been your dad, but the dog made it over the fence before I did. You never heard that one?
Frank,
What? What, Ben? What?
we're trying to do some trivia here, and Ian still hasn't played the theme song yet.
Oh, yeah.
So-
We'll play something. Wait a minute. Got to play this, though, for the end of the news.
This has been
No.
the news with Frank, Ian, and Nate. Yeah, trivia with Ian.
Trivia time with Ian. Harvin the Martian is 86 years old now. Or
I was
was it
hoping to go
68?
with the Ben's dancing here, but oh well.
Don't be jealous of my dancing skills. Yo.
Okay, so yeah, let's go. Oh yeah, you don't know, Nate, but the stupid website, they took out the untimed quiz. So
What?
What?
Really?
Yeah, so you have to do an untimed quiz or a timed quiz here where you have to click start and then it goes to the next question, but it has a timer. So what we have to do is we have to do both. We have to do the HTML thing where it has all the questions in one, and then we have to go to the other window to finally get the answer, because
Why wouldn't you do the Internet Archive of the quiz and then go to the previous version of it?
well, we never thought up of the Internet Archive, but I don't know, that sounds kind of clunky, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, it depends. If the trivia just started, we might, that limits the amount of trivia you got.
Yeah.
I mean, especially if it's recent.
Yeah,
Plus,
that's true.
plus it is kind of clunky. I mean, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, I like the Internet Archive, but
I mean, this isn't too bad. I mean, we've been doing it for a while, right, guys?
as long as Ian's the one manning it, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
So, you gonna read the questions, Frank?
Oh, is that my job?
Yeah, it's your job now.
Which of the following might help you survive, even if you lack the other three? A comprehensive survival kit, a positive mental attitude, training, or radio?
Oh, someone's coming to get you, Frank.
Oh, my
Not
ride's here.
me. Not me.
Alright. Ian, this one's yours.
Hmm. A positive mental attitude? Oh, that sounds stupid, but
I say it as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna say positive mental attitude, because even if you have a survival kit, if you think it's all doomed, you're just gonna eat all your food and waste it.
or you just will let yourself just die or just kill yourself.
Nate?
Positive mental attitude. That's the dumbest question.
You gotta,
You can do anything if you have a positive mental attitude, guys.
you gotta accentuate the positive.
Oh, fuck.
That's not the song I would have gone with. I would have gone with High Hopes. More of
Go
it.
best with Mr. In Between.
Hi, Ian.
Hi, Ian. Hi, Gene.
Because he's got high hopes. Positive mental attitude. So we were all right.
I've got so many fucking windows open here.
So many windows, so many tabs.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so this one. Those tabs. Okay, so. No, so we all get that one then?
Yep.
Okay, wait. Go ahead, Frank.
Which list of survival tasks is prioritized in the correct order, assuming temperature, climate? Locate water, build shelter, tend to injuries, build fire, locate food, locate water, build shelter, build fire, tend to injuries, address injuries, build shelter, build fire, locate water, locate food, tend to injuries, build shelter, find food, find water, build fire.
This would be mine, huh? Um. Well, I know that injuries would be first because you're not going to be walking around with a big wound. But then, let's see, build shelter, yeah, that. So it's find food or build fire. Build fire, locate food, or find food, find water, build fire. Assuming temperate climate, I'm gonna say find food, build fire last. So the last one.
Okay, I'm going with C.
So okay, Ian says build fire before locate water or food.
I'm going to say tend to injuries.
For more.
So Frank and I are in agreement, and Nate.
Okay, what are you going with? Thanks.
See, I don't know, cause like, depending on the climate, you want to find the water first. But like, I would think it would be like tend to injuries, locate water, then build shelter, and then build fire. But then you want to build the fire so you can like desanitize the water.
Well, it's
I
saying
would think the fire would
assuming.
be for warm.
Well, it's assuming temperate climate. So really, the only reason you'd want a fire, other than to cook food, is to keep light and to keep out,
Baddies.
predators.
But you
And
need
al-
to boil the water so you don't have parasites in your stomach.
They didn't say drink the water, just said find the shit.
I mean, you can find it, take it back, and then build a fire. I mean, think about it. If it gets dark and you haven't found the water yet,
True.
so which
Then-
one you going with?
I'll probably go with C.
So Nate and Ian are on C, and Frank and I are on D.
Okay, what is it?
Address injuries, build shelter, build fire. So it's fire, water, and food. So it was Nate and Ian.
Yeah.
That's horse shit. I'm going to do it the other way.
Well, I'll remember that next time I get you lost out in the jungle, Frank.
Welcome to jungle. Scroll down, Ian. I can't see all the options. How long can a person survive without food? 3 minutes? 3 days? 3 hours? 3 weeks?
Oh, I know this one.
Well, this one's yours, Frank.
I'll say 3 weeks.
Yeah, me too. Because you could survive a lot longer without food than without water. What do you
I
think,
too will
John?
say 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
You can survive a little bit longer than that.
Yeah, I think it's like a month or
Yeah.
2 or something. Yeah, 3 weeks.
You're on a commercial sightseeing flight over the Rockies when your light aircraft develops engine failure and crashes on a hillside. Apart from minor cuts and bruises, you are uninjured, but the other passengers and crew are dead. Your best chance of survival is to do what? Gather your equipment and walk to safety? You're uninjured. Scavenge survival equipment from the wreck and remain nearby. Get as far from the crash as you can. You could explode. Gather some wild herbs to season the co-pilot.
Nate, this one's yours.
Let's see here. Commercials over the Rocky Mountains. When you're light air, so is this a small aircraft or a
Light
big
aircraft. So yeah. Not a 747 or anything.
Oh, okay.
You could always go cannibal and eat everybody.
So wait, how many people are on the airplane?
It doesn't say, Nate.
You read the same
It's
question
just a
I
light
read.
aircraft, so...
So are we talking like?
It's saying
Small
you're going to eat
aircraft?
the co-pilot, so there's probably just one other dude in there with you.
It's just one other dude? Because it matters.
The other passengers and crew. So there's probably a couple people and then
Let's
The-
say
the
4
crew.
dudes tops are flying in this fucking thing. Okay.
Alright. See, if it crashes, you got... That's kind of a tough call.
Oh yeah. Yes, he's in the co-pilot.
I would try and scavenge, like, although it might explode, but, like, you're dead anyway, so... if you're on a mountain, you probably want to scavenge survival equipment.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
yeah, you want
Wait,
to
remain nearby. I didn't see that.
well, you want to scavenge survival equipment, and
Oh
you
yeah,
do
yeah.
wanna,
You would want to remain nearby so people could spot the plane wreckage and then like.
And it'd be kind of a shelter, wouldn't it?
Right.
Well,
yeah.
they're
So
going to be looking for a plane. If you're out in the if you're out in the hills, they're not going to see you as much as they're going to see a smoking plane.
Right.
so-
So B.
Okay, so
Right.
Nate goes with B, and
I
Frank,
don't-
which one? Ian?
I would go with B as well. So me and Nate or B. What are you going
Frank?
with
I'd say
that?
B.
Or Frank.
I'm also going with B because also realistically, if a vehicle crashes, it's unlike in the movies, it's probably not going to explode, but it's still not. I mean, it's not 100%, but it's less likely than in the movies. So you're going to want
So
to
you-
salvage and remain nearby to be spotted.
So Frank's gonna eat some co-pilot face, aren't you, Frank?
Well, in past actual events where planes and shit have crashed, people actually did eat the bodies of the dead to stay
Yeah, that
alive.
movie Alive.
Yeah. So, like they said, why leave if there's some, shelter and or nutrition nearby? So,
Well, we'll see.
Yep.
Yeah, and remain nearby.
We all got the.
if the jet pool didn't blow you up to begin with, well, I'd probably run away.
Frank. Looks like you don't get to eat any co-pilot.
It's the co-pilot.
Well, I said the same thing you did.
What?
I said the same thing you did. I'd say
Yeah,
I'd stay
we all
nearby.
said B. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Frank was going. He said you might as well get some nutrition or whatever.
Yeah,
No, he's
that's
saying
why you-
remain nearby because
Yeah, because the co-pilot, you can eat his ass, and your shelter. So
Oh, I thought you were going just with eating him.
no, I said B.
he's not like Mr. Garrison and everybody else in South Park on that one episode.
Okay.
Finding and
I'll
rendering
give it
water
to
safe to drink is essential to survival. Which of the following methods is considered to be the best way to make water safe to drink? Boil it. Just look for a running stream. If it's flowing, it's safe to drink. Strain it through a sock lined with moss, charcoal, and sand. Leave it in the sun. UV radiation will destroy any bacteria.
Alright. This is Ian's.
Yeah. Safe to drink. I would just say. Yeah, I would just say boil it. I mean, that's pretty universal.
Yeah, boil it.
although it's not 100% foolproof, I think it is the best option.
Yep.
If there's lead in the water, it's not going to do a goddamn thing. But other than
No, but considering bacteria is usually the main concern.
I thought there was a way, like I saw in one of those shows with Bear Grylls, where you could, like, use like some kind of filter to filter it.
Well, I'm
That'd be
sure-
like this.
Well, I'm sure Bear Grylls got that filter from the hotel that he was staying in that night when they were filming the episode. So
That's
then
like
you
the
feed it
that's the charcoal, sand, and like moss. So it uses the 3 levels of the thing. Yeah. But then you're drinking it through then you're drinking it through your sock. So like, ew.
Yeah.
Oh, the moss did bother you, but the sock did it,
Yeah, because the sock has bacteria from your sweat.
and the
Also-
moss is moss.
Yeah.
That's
Also,
why you
I
have the
think
moss.
there's a
at
way
the
for you
top.
to do it just from the humidity or something. Where it
all right,
collects the
so
water.
so we all say boil. Then what's the answer?
Well, are you going with boil, mate?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, boil it.
That's a long ass answer too.
You want to read it?
No.
All right.
Plants are one of the best sources of nutrition for an ordinary person in a survival situation. True or false?
This would be me. I'm gonna say true.
I'm gonna say false because you really don't know what the fuck you're eating unless you really know.
Yeah, but is the average person going to be able to hunt? Well, realistically.
Yep. Yeah, if you're stranded out somewhere without anything, you would probably you'd be eating like berries and stuff.
You could eat leaves, you know.
And then you ate
grass.
poison ivy.
Are they asking what's the best source? Are they asking like
Plants are one of the best sources.
sources of nutrition for an ordinary
that-
person in a survival situation. True or false? That's what they're
I
asking.
think
Are they saying like the most amount of calories or what's most nutritious for you?
Are they the best
Plants
sources
are one
of
of the best
nutrition,
sources of
Nate?
nutrition.
Well, I think you probably get more out of meat and stuff.
Oh
but
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah.
I think you could probably.
For the ordinary person, though.
Yeah, I think if you're not Bear Grylls or some shit, I don't think you're gonna be able to hunt. I would just say.
plants.
I would probably say false.
You're saying that the plants aren't the best source?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I would say it's most likely that most people probably aren't going to be able to hunt, but I would still say you probably should.
Well, you
Yeah.
need the most amount. You need as many calories as you can get.
Yeah, I would. And I think Bear Grylls, they showed other ways besides plants. to get
Well, you're
it.
going to burn more calories hunting than you are by collecting grass and leaves. So,
By the way, Ben, you're a vegetarian, right?
yeah.
Yeah, Ben's a vegetarian, so he's probably going to go with true.
I was just poking the pot there, stirring it up.
So
So you're going with true, right, Ben?
I went. I was the first one to answer. Yes, I said true.
Okay. So, you're going with false, Nate?
Yeah.
I'm false, and you're false, right, Frank?
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah,
Unless you're a botanist, don't mess with the flora and fungi. While some provide an adequate source of nutrition, and many more can make you sick or even kill you. All fur-bearing animals, all six-legged insects, and most fish and reptiles are safe to eat and will provide some nutritional value. Ounce for ounce, insects contain more protein than steak. Bug burger, anyone?
That's true.
Yep.
I forgot about fishing and insects.
Which of the following should be avoided? Selecting a site to construct a shelter. Provides protection against wild animals and rocks and dead trees that might fall. It must contain enough material to make the type of shelter you need. Should be directly next to a river. Water is vital. It must be large enough and level enough for you to lie down comfortably.
This would be you, Frank.
I'm thinking. I'm gonna say the first answer.
Nate, which one do you say?
C.
Yeah, I'm going to say you should avoid being next to a river because it could flood. Ian?
So this one's kind of a crapshoot here, man. I mean, I don't recall any survival things saying that you build a shelter because a tree might fall on you. Although the wild animals can be good. I always thought the shelter was good for you because, like, it keeps you out of the rain and dampness and stuff, you know. I would just say, yeah, I'd probably go with C if you can go buy some water and stuff.
No, it's saying which of the following should be avoided when selecting a site.
Oh, it should be avoided.
Oh, really? Is that what I said? Hold on.
I said what I said.
Let me reread my... Oh, it should be avoided.
Oh, what? I'll let everybody change their questions. Because I didn't.
Mine's still the same answer.
Mine is still the same because I read it properly.
I was going to say it must be large enough to lay down comfortable, but fuck that.
Okay. And Ian, which one do you say?
I'm gonna say D because it's not like being comfortable and stuff, and travel isn't like as important, you know.
Well, you can't sleep if you're not comfortable.
No, it's not. You're gonna be. It's not. The whole experience isn't gonna be comfortable.
Yeah.
No,
I'm in the
but-
woods. I'm not comfortable.
Alright, fine, whatever.
So I'm going with D. What are you going with, Nate?
C.
Okay. What are you going with, Frank?
Same answer you picked.
Okay, Ben.
See?
Okay. Oh, you guys got it. So Nate is in the lead now. Go ahead, Frank.
You're walking through the woods when you encounter a bear. The best course of action is to avoid eye contact and slowly back away. True or false? False. Play dead.
Well, whose turn was it? Let's see.
Oh, it was. I think it was. It's Nate's turn. What do you? Just go ahead, Nate. What are you gonna say?
Let's see. You don't want to stare at it. You provoke it. And bears can run really, really fast. They usually catch you, and then they can climb trees. Usually you're just pretty screwed.
Yeah.
Unless you got a gun.
I would
Well,
say
yeah.
not to make any stun movements.
Well, they're saying
So,
you're
yeah,
probably...
that's-
They're saying you're probably screwed, yeah.
Unless, of course, you have somebody that is not as fast as you, and then you push him over, and then you can walk away.
Well, they're saying you encounter a bear. They're not saying the bear is overtly hostile, so what's your best course of action?
Oh, then yeah, okay. Then true.
I'm gonna say yeah, because you should avoid contact and back away slowly, not making sudden movements, but then if the bear does attack, your only best hope is to make yourself look
Is
as
to
big
push
as
your friend over and cover him in honey.
Your only
Interesting.
real option is to look as intimidating and as large as possible, but that's not really going to happen.
Or offer him some
Hey.
picnic baskets as you die slowly.
Hey. Why is there only one Yogi Bear?
Why?
Because when they tried to make another, they made a boo-boo.
Okay, let's come on and finish this
So,
one, gentlemen.
interesting side note, I got a coworker who says that he would just joke around one day. He says he'd take on a bear with a samurai sword. Everybody in the room says, "No, you would die." He's like, "No, man, I killed it." Like, no, you'd hit it. It would laugh and then eat your face. We have a gun. We have a gun nut who's like, no, I would take an automatic assault rifle and still not face a fucking bear because they don't give a fuck.
A bear, their claws, they will slash you into pieces very quickly and devour you.
Yeah.
It's like you
Your
don't.
sword will break before you get a good
You
hit.
do not want a sword near a bear. You want a high-powered rifle on a mountaintop away from it.
That was my Xbox fanboy, Stupid Floyd. That was one of his things. But yeah, so are we all in? I'm the only one who says false because I'd heard you're supposed to play dead, if anything. So
Well, I'm saying true. Are you guys saying true,
Yeah, that's what I said.
Ben?
I said yeah.
Okay.
What's Google say there, Ben? I see.
Oh, come on. Yeah,
That's what Google says.
Oh, look. It
Oh,
said
that's
never,
exactly what I said. Yeah,
It said never run away unless you have a partner who's slower.
exactly.
Well, I won't get on to Nate having a slow partner. That's just mean. Although it's just sitting there. It's just sitting there.
No, Ian's just sitting there. See.
Huh?
So Nate would kick you over, Ian, and then run like hell.
Okay. It's a cold, dark night in the woods after you've walked all day looking for rescue. You build a quick shelter and find yourself beginning to fall asleep. What should you do? Go ahead and fall asleep. Close your eyes for 30-second intervals. Stay awake. If you fall asleep, you may freeze to death. Get up and start walking again.
Oh, this is my turn.
Is it? Okay.
Did you read them already?
I've read them out loud, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna say. I'll say C.
Benjamin?
I'm cold, dark night in the woods, and you built a quick shelter. How cold are we talking? Because like if it's snowing, then yeah, get back up. But I'd say in most cases, go ahead and fall asleep. If you're getting ready to fall asleep, then probably go to sleep.
Go to fuck sleep.
So you're saying, I mean, if you're gonna build a shelter, you might as well fall asleep if you've already built one, anyways.
Well, I'm saying like if it's winter, you should if it's like cold and snowy, and that's yeah. But if you build a shelter and you're not cold enough and you're falling asleep, then maybe sleep there. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
I say go the fuck to sleep.
Yeah, me too. Or no, I mean, I went with stay awake.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with stay awake.
I'm probably gonna be wrong, but so it's divided. Half of us say
Well,
stay
it's
awake,
like
other half say
if
go
it's
to
like
sleep.
if it's a cold night in September versus a cold night in January, there's quite a difference.
It's really like anybody could get the question wrong because it says you walked all day looking for rescue.
Right.
It's like do you run the risk of freezing to death or should you because that's the only reason why you shouldn't
You have to
sleep
sleep sometime.
You-
Right.
yeah.
Close your eyes for 30 seconds. Yeah, right. I'm going to fucking sleep. Fuck that.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna be like that. You can't do that shit.
I can, but
I walked all day in the woods. I'm taking a cat nap. Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, you shouldn't get up and start walking again. Like, I would say you can take a break, but I mean,
All right. What we got?
go ahead and fall asleep. You guys are right.
Yeah.
Don't worry about freezing to death. When you start to get cold, your body will shiver. Wake you up.
that's some bull crap.
Yeah. That's what losers say, loser.
No, I'm saying that's actual bull crap. Because tell that to the people in the mountains that freeze to death.
Well, if you freeze to death, you've already got hypothermia and you're shivering.
Yeah,
And
that's
then-
it. There's a whole long thing. I didn't read it, but An important survival skill is knowing how to light a fire. Fire provides warmth, light protection from predators, and a psychological boost. Which of the following items could be used to start fire in a survival situation? All of these: bow and drill, flint and steel, ammunition.
I would say all of those.
Yeah, all those.
I'm gonna say all.
Mr. Benny Haha.
I said all.
Okay. All of those, yeah.
All of these. Why not burn all of these? Just break out the zippo.
Okay,
So wait, who's the survivor master?
well, for the 10 survival, we usually do 15. We just got.
Yeah,
10
I know,
done.
but who's the survivor master?
Well, of the survival one so far, it's
The one who's gonna go out and play
Alright, you.
Pokemon Go and get lost in the fucking woods. That's what's gonna happen.
Well, did you want to go for general science ones now, fellas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit,
Yeah.
everyone should know, but are you smarter than a 5th grader kind of shit?
What
Hey,
if
you
you-
liked when I was doing the general educational ones, huh, Frank?
Yeah. I'm not a smart
What happens
man,
if you
but
fell asleep in 5th grade?
well, then you're fucked. I hate to tell you.
Well, it depends if you had a good teacher or not. I mean, what if you fell asleep because you were so much smarter than the questions they were teaching?
Me?
Yeah, that's what it was. Alright.
D in science, that's Nate.
What was?
I said D in science, because he fell asleep, see?
Oh, we did general science.
Wow, it's impossible.
One.
That's
You guys
impossible.
want to do? Let's do an impossible one.
Me fail English? That's impossible.
Sure. And maths. To P or not to P?
Dear algebra, leave your ex alone. She's not that interested. Quit asking why.
Zoom, enhance. Yeah, we'll just do the impossible one.
I always
Impossible
do the
mission.
impossible.
The impossible will take a little while.
Okay, Frank, go ahead. Oh, this is filling a blank too. Thankfully, I did the last one.
Thankfully, you don't have to read that question. Look at that thing.
Yeah.
This is one for the ladies. Ladies, a fairly new.
Yeah. I don't know why I did. I'm sorry. I couldn't
Fair-
resist it.
A fairly new development in jewelry technology. Really, guys?
Wow. Men like jewelry. That's offensive.
Wow. Okay. A fairly new development in jewelry technology is the use of a specific type of alloy for bracelets, for instance. Take a spiral that looks perfect for your arm, but you won't be able to squeeze your hand through. Put it in cold water, deform it by stretching the spiral, put your arm in it, and when the temperature of the spiral reaches your body temperature, it will return to its prior form, and you'll get a very fitting bracelet. Do you know the scientific, not trade, name for this kind of alloy?
Now I can see why this quiz is impossible. Because I couldn't possibly listen to this guy talk sexist things about jewelry. So,
Look, dumb ladies.
bitches, right?
Yeah.
Well, Nate's pretty good with the collecting and alloys and stuff.
Nate's pretty good with the ladies. What do you think of this?
I know what the last two letters are.
Acronym is SMA. So, does anyone know what SMA is an acronym for?
Shrinking metal alloy? I don't fucking know.
What do you think, Nate?
I think I'll go with that one because I know metal. I'm assuming that metal.
I know
alloy,
metal.
yeah.
I'm
I know metal.
myself.
I listened to Judas Priest.
Got another thing coming. Ooh, thanks, Ben. I'm gonna play that later when I get off here.
See, I would have gone with Living After Midnight.
Living after midnight.
It's the same fucking chords, doesn't it?
I'll just go with like bismuth or something.
Okay.
I have like a low melting temperature or something. I don't know.
So,
Shape memory,
Alec.
Alec.
Oh yeah, gosh.
Oh, you didn't? Gosh. You seriously knew that?
Yeah, my glasses are made out of that.
Oh, so like it keeps their shape or something?
Yeah, yeah.
Accidentally bend them?
yeah, but can you make it into a form and put it around your wrist?
Yeah, yeah.
Can you tie him in a knot? Can you tie him in a bow? Next question.
You actually can tie them in a knot, and then you can.
I'm just saying. We do question 2.
Of course.
There's only 5. Come on, let's go.
I want to go home and see
I
my
wanna go
family.
home with my family.
You have family?
Let's get spacey now. Yes, I have people that love me
Really?
and dogs that love me. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you're not on the list, Nate.
Oh,
Really?
Oh, come on, guys.
Let's get spacey now.
Makeup.
Really?
No, let's hug it out, bro.
Really?
Come on. We got 4 of these to go.
Okay.
Really?
Let's get spacey now.
Really?
Suppose I'm sitting on my favorite chair somewhere out in space. Suppose you are driving some kind of spacemobile with a big monochromatic yellow lamp on top. Suppose the lamp is burning, of course. When you're driving directly towards me at high speed, of course, what kind of light will I see? Reddish, yellow but pulsating, yellow, or bluish?
Whose turn is it?
Oh, I went on the one before we started this quiz, so
This was me.
supposed to be Ben. Yeah, this is Frank's.
I'm gonna say yellow.
I'm going to say yellow.
So you're saying like the light won't be changed at all? Like from what you see is what you get, pretty much.
Yeah, dog.
Well, it doesn't say what the speed is, like, and how like far away you are, because either like the further things are away, like the
Blue.
like the way they measure it or whatever is like if it's light years away or something, the older it is, like it turns more red or shifts on the spectrum or something.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if it's coming towards you, so theoretically it's coming towards. So, I mean, I don't know if we're talking lights. You know, I don't know. I don't know if we're light years away, but yeah.
Blue.
You're going with blue?
Blue.
I'm gonna go with like a reddish. And they both went with yellow.
Not go with burnt sienna.
Can I go with one of those colors they don't
Nate
use?
was right. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's the Doppler effect. You know how when you see the sky and you're like, oh wow, look, it's so blue. It's not, because it's red.
Cool story, bro. Suppose you have a big aquarium in your living room. When you put a wooden plate in the water with a rock firmly attached to the top of the plate, the water level will change. Take this new level as reference. What happens to this level when you turn the plate upside down and the rock is under the plate? Level may increase or decrease. The level will increase. Nothing. Level will decrease.
And I believe it's your thing. Wait.
But it just went. It's cool.
Oh, no, I thought it was...
I just
it was
went.
Ben's then. No, Ben went on the first one, Frank went, and then now it's your turn.
No, you went
I
on
said
the
it's
first
cool.
one, Ian.
They said
I
Ben
said it's
should have
cool.
won.
Let me just read the dang question.
Okay, so... No.
Well, you fuckers, quit interrupting!
level will increase.
Yeah, it's water displacement, so yeah, it'll increase.
Increase.
Okay, I'll just go with increase. Is that what you went with, Nate?
Mm-hmm.
So we're all agreed. Oh, nothing.
Nothing.
Oh, Archimedes' law.
This is stupid.
Equals the volume of the water at the same mass as the original subject.
It said maybe you need to do the test yourself to see.
Look here, stupid
Really?
head. Maybe you're a girl.
You know why this is impossible? I don't think people got through all these insulting questions.
They're like, maybe you need to test it.
I take your favorite CD and tell you I'll make a scratch of 5 millimeters long and 1 millimeter deep on it. You'll freak out, but I give you some choices on the position of the scratch. Which choice is the most dangerous for your CD and should not be chosen? Remember, the top side is the one with the printing on it. Circumferential on the back side, radial on the back side, radial on the top side, or circumferential on the top side.
Radials up and down.
Circumference is around and radius is halfway across, isn't it?
Oh yeah, okay then. Yeah.
Half of a circle. So. Whose is this?
I guess I'll go then. Remember the top side, the one with the printing on
Mm-hmm.
it? Yeah. I'll just say I would say D, because then you're just scratching the top side with the label on it, and like I think it reads outwards, so I think one ring is
Which
probably
is the
least
most
amount of
dangerous.
things.
So,
Oh, the most dangerous. Thank you, man. I would say radial on the backside, because then you just get like the whole thing cracking.
I'm gonna say radial on the backside because I think you void more cycles of the spin rather than if you went circumference.
Yeah.
You probably just hit a couple cycles and it skipped those tracks.
Yeah.
If it acts like a record, I'm not sure how it writes to it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying too. Plus, you're probably gonna crack it.
I'm agree with Ben.
Radial on the top side.
Does the most dangerous?
Mm-hmm.
On the top side?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
What's the answer?
Oh yeah.
Circumferential on the top side.
That's
So
why I
you-
was. See.
You said radial.
Yeah, I know. I got radial and circle, but it's okay. But see, on the data is directly underneath the label. Underneath all of the backside is just a layer of plastic. The laser reads through. So you can scratch the bottom side a bunch.
All you have to do is fill in the scratch or whatever.
All you have to do is buff out the scratch so the layer's even so that the laser can read it. However, on the top side, if you scratch any part of the top, you are screwed, which is also why you can't clean Blu-rays because they're double-sided.
Well, you were pretty close, but you got it.
Pretty
you
close,
got it
but
wrong.
not close enough.
And close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Yeah. Sounds like he almost knew what he was talking about, but he didn't.
And number 5.
Let's put a cube on a table, resting on one of its side planes. What happens to the pressure applied by the cube on the table when I double dimensions of the cube using the same material? Times 4, times 2, times 8, nothing.
Okay, so I went first on the last
So
one.
it's my turn. I'm going to say nothing.
Yeah, I'm saying nothing.
Franklin?
I'm gonna say times 2.
All right.
I think I know this. I'm going to say it's times 8 because if you double if you have a 1x1 cube, if you double the dimension as 2x2, then you could fit 8 1x1 cubes in the same dimension because you got to go 1 in the x, or you have to have 2 in the x, 2 in the y, and 2 in the z. So that would be.
And I'm going to say nothing because when you're multiplying the dimensions of the cube, the physics of it, it's still 1-to-1, so the pressure is the same regardless.
You don't think the weight of adding more weight adds more pressure though?
I
And
don't
the
know.
answer is
I don't think we factored in the weight of the cube. What if it's made out of a lightweight material? How do you factor that in? If it's all made out of plastic? So,
what if it's
What could
hollow?
be-
Just click the dang answer.
What did you say, Nate?
I said nothing.
Yeah, you said by 2, Frank?
Yes.
Okay.
times
Oh, it
2.
was by 2.
Woohoo!
Thank God.
Force divided by area. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not
So
good with
it's-
physics.
Yeah, I didn't take physics, but I can see that there'd be some extent of it. So,
But you know what that means? I got 8, Ben's got 8, Frank's got 8, but Nate
Guess
came out
who's
of the
the
pack.
survivor over
He's a
here?
survivor.
Nate survived into physics, but couldn't. But had a scratch CD. But
Raise your hands up. Whoever would like
congratulations, Nate.
to Yep.
Do your
Is
victory
there-
lap.
Would you like to make a speech about how much of the
Would you
No,
like to come on
CDs
camera and
and
tell everyone how awesome you are?
surviving? No, he doesn't
Meh.
want to be on
Oh, well, we don't have any time right now for...
camera. We don't have any time for a victory speech, huh?
I will say
Sorry.
I'm reclaiming the belt.
Nope, sorry, this wasn't a title match. Doug told me I had to say this was a title match for it to be a title match, and it's not. I can't do that retroactively. I have to do it before.
Well, but that was the other show.
No. This was it was on
Yes,
this.
yes.
No, it's on this show. He was the title holder, and he says, "I'm giving Franklin my title to decide whether or not it's a title match."
I'm going home to see my family. Have fun, guys. Peace out.
I am reclaiming my title.
It's not a title match, so it is not possible at this
But you
time.
guys, that was on the show that must
No,
not be
this one-
named.
No, it was this show. It was on this show for like 2 weeks ago. Because this is
Is that
episode.
true, Ian?
What?
Didn't
Was
Doug
Was Doug
say-
on the show 2 weeks ago?
Who?
Was Doug on the show 2
Oh
weeks
yeah,
ago?
he's been on the show. I'm sort of surprising the show this week because ever since the inception of this show, Doug's been on pretty much every episode.
He was going to-
Conception or Conception?
Conception. I'm
The show was going
Conception
to
was
be
that one movie with...
Yeah.
Anyway, good night.
Conception is porn movies. But no, remember that Ian that said it was a. one
Let
title
the show end. Let it end. End.
Never!
It's over.
Never.
Until you say it's over.
Frank-
Suddenly I turned into Servo at the end of Bat, whatever that was.
What? Okay, so
And
what was Doug saying? It's not a title match or something? like
Yeah,
that?
he's like, we didn't say it was a title match.
yeah, well, I didn't say I was going to rage quit the show, but come on now, Frank, let it end.
Well,
Oh.
I'd like to thank everyone for being on, and Ben not for storming out and yelling at his cat. Poor girl. Poor
I
Hope.
want to go home and see my family before kids graduate college. Damn it.
Oh,
Hope doesn't have
for now,
kids.
though, Frank, I'm gonna say that Nate's the title holder right now.
No, you don't have the authority. I am the title holder.
I would like to thank our sponsor, Krabby Patties.
What?
Just stop the broadcast already.
No.
End it. End the show, Ian. Ending theme, please. Please.
Check out my Tumblr. Check out my Tumblr. Check out my Tumblr. Check out my Tumblr.
Oh yeah, that's right. Before we go though, I'm sorry. Do you guys have anything? Anybody have anything they want to plug?
I want to pull the plug on the show. End it.
Check out my Tumblr.
No, I'm
End
serious.
it now. And listen
No.
to the NoRights
No, man,
Podcast
what
because
do
it's
you
going to be a
do?
lot better than this.
So you're
Lot
plugging your
shorter.
podcast.
You
You want
gotta
to plug your? What's your Tumblr and stuff? I'm serious, man.
Oh yeah, check out Ben's Tumblr at tumblr.tumblr. .com.xxx .tumblr.xxx.
And with that, we can. The playback is
No, I'm
paused.
serious, guys. What do you want to plug, Ben?
Just come to my site at NoRightsProductions.com where you
Check
can
out-
find links to all my cool
Oh,
stuff.
sorry, we don't have time for that. Sorry.
What about your YouTube channel that we're trying to do gaming on? What's that?
Well, check out what's going on YouTube.com/HotRod54Chevy. We'll be streaming possibly if we ever get that working, but currently it's just going to be Let's Plays and some and chill, like the Minecraft and chills, both other games.
Okay. And Nate, you don't have any?
Oh, and check out
you
Ben's
don't have any
Tumblr.
channels or anything. You don't have any YouTube channels or anything, Nate?
Nope.
Okay. Then cool. I'd like to thank Nate for being on the show, Ben for being.
Oh, I'd like to thank Doug for giving me his title belt that I cannot give to anybody here because it wasn't a title match.
And I would like to thank me for repossessing the title match from Doug.
Nope, can't do it. Can't
I
do
already
it.
did.
Can't do it.
Done.
Can't do it.
Show over.
I'd like
Done.
to say good night, and
Good night, John Boy.
I own the title match.
Anyways, good night.
like they say, you don't gotta go home, but you sure as hell can't stay here.
Right.
Boobs. Check out my Tumblr. Check out my Tumblr. Check out my Tumblr. Do, 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 do.